So
fair.
Yeah, it's the ultimate sometimes you got to do that ultimate sacrifice stuff.
What are you sacking?
And you got to kill a whole bunch of NPCs, and you got to make them feel special, and then they get killed, and then they don't feel special anymore. That's how it works.
The way it should work, always.
Yes, Scuzz, you should start killing some PCs. Yeah.
Hey, he has killed a PC before.
Yeah.
In our campaigns.
And they wanted to die.
Like the whole group at one point.
Yeah, no. No, or
Yes, Scuzz, you should have had those wolves kill us, and then you should have had I don't know, whatever else kill us.
You should have encouraged Neon to go after that mammoth.
Yeah, we should have gone after the mammoth.
I still want to go after the mammoth.
Mammoth.
We'll get it. We'll get there. We'll get there.
We just got there 2 levels ago.
First.
No, level 1 mammoth fight. Let's go.
Go.
Can we get like de-leveled? Is there level drain in this?
Only for the mammoth.
I've forgotten how to use my abilities.
The mammoth has a level 1 aura. That's it.
Right? That's it. You just stand in front of it and you're just shock and awe. So
your point of view when you fight the mammoth.
Oh god.
Big stomping.
Dude, that's some people's
That's what happened to when I was running my West Marches game. The first person that ever rolled an 18, the first one, like everyone was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be the hero. This is gonna be the legend." The first encounter they get into was a Triceratops, and he gets killed.
Sick.
What happened to German man whose name I cannot think of at the moment? He got like run over by a cart in Dinosaur Town.
Oh, Heinrich.
Oh, Heinrich.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
he didn't die though.
He didn't die.
Yeah, I was like Heinrich was
But
alive.
he did get run over by a dinosaur cart.
yeah, and shoved into a closet.
Heinrich got
That
run
person.
over by a dinosaur.
Yeah, that homie is still doing D and fucking PvP.
Everybody at him.
But I'm gonna.
Not everybody has to at him. There we go. Perfect. Combo breaker.
Hey, it worked.
Summoned! Yay!
Perform the summon ritual.
Click your hand one for 11 minutes.
Is that a long time?
An arena?
Yeah, usually right now with the way the meta is, they're like 2 or 3 minute games.
My kind of game.
I was like, when you came in and said the game went for 11 minutes, I'm like, is that not? Is that high? Like, I don't understand.
No reference point.
Oh, I'm still like
Right?
on that here.
I needed to hear that 2 to 3 minutes first.
Yeah.
then-
Oh no,
Fair,
that's
fair.
maybe statistically average, but I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll
Okay,
do
I don't
the
even have my line.
summary. We'll do the summary,
I'll
and then
listen.
we'll jump in. So, all right. Actually, I do feel like I want to do we'll do a cape. Shut the fuck up, Thor! Holy shit. Party gathers, heads to the boat that Kolra has acquired from some local fishermen. boatman advised the group to wear some crampons to keep from slipping on the ice. Crampons being metallic, spiky things that you put on your feet. Nothing weird or awkward about that. As Cora steers the small craft, the party keeps an eye out on the frozen shore for any sign of the missing boat, which is called a bunch of knuckleheads. Finally, they spot it and go ashore near a set of 4 caves on the cliffside. As they inspect the bobbing and tied-off boat, filled with empty booze bottles, a small hunting party of harpies attacks. After dealing with their clubs, claws, and siren song, and Hirokin's cat instincts kicking in, the group heals up and follows the footprints in the ice towards the larger cave mouth. Navigating the frozen river in the cave, Demovan's supplies come in handy with climbing a frozen waterfall. The party then splits up as Cora, Hirokin, and Val search north, and the rest of the party chase the howling wind to the east. The north party scales the wall up to a bridge above to explore a cave. It turns out to be an old abandoned campsite where a fur bedroll is found as well as burned journal pages written in Dwarven. East party stumbles upon a room filled with bones, seemingly arranged around. At the center of the room, a giant skeleton remains encased in ice. As the group checks out the ossuary, the giant skeleton comes to life and begins to break out of the ice. As combat starts, the northern party hears the sound and races to assist, but the east party deals with the trapped skeleton before it can do any harm. Meeting back up, the Dwarven pages are read, and the party suddenly hears a discordant song being sung from deeper in the cavern. Exploring forward, they find, around a bubbling cauldron, an old lady, chopping the remains of the missing fisherman with a rusty hatchet, adding the parts to the liquid in the pot. She smiles at the party as they arrive and asks them if they want to try the stew. Crix and Thad ambush her, but suddenly her vile hag form is revealed. She fights tooth and nail, but begs for her life as she begins to weaken. He offers a treasure reward if they let her go, but the Bash Bros, aka Crix and Thad, punch her out quick. The Will-O-Wisp that was accompanying her runs off and disappears. Now in possession of an interesting magical item, the party must decide what to do with it. So, we rejoin you in the Cauldron Caves, where you guys are all gathered around corpse of Maud Chiselbone, which is unconscious, bleeding out, dead, next to her pile of other corpses and meat, as the pot, this cauldron that you have found, and I believe identified as the Cauldron of Plenty, bubbles happily in the center of the cavern. Some of you even tried the stew, and it was very good.
It was.
That's gross.
I feel bad that these fishermen had to die in this way, but they are delicious.
Are the wolves still gone?
The wolves, yes, the wolves have gone out and started. You told them to run out and check out the
Kinda
cave, right?
just- yeah, see if there's anything out there. I was just wondering if they had come back yet.
In a couple of minutes, you hear the pads of the wolves as they come back in. None of them, they haven't seemed to found anything else.
Okay.
I do not trust what is in this thing.
It's soup.
No,
It is indeed soup.
it makes you want to believe it is soup.
Do you
Is it a sandwich?
I do not know. This is beyond.
Is the cauldron bread?
Is it a bread bowl? No!
This is food science beyond my understanding.
Mm.
But it does seem like it can do
Thad,
something.
think of it this way. Wouldn't the soup be a distraction to make you not think of the murder that happened?
My
It's just
sister
normal.
wants you to think it's a soup because it's actually a stew.
It's normal soup. It's just a
Actually, a
deflection.
salad.
You, interestingly,
They're all
Dimaband
getting
is the
strange.
one who is correct, as this is indeed a stew, as it has meaty chunks inside of it.
Very high insight.
Who figured out how it worked though last time? Or did we kind of all discuss it? 'Cause know there's
I
a
think
rule.
Kalis identified it, or somebody identified it.
It's either Kalis or Hyrule.
What's the last roll that I
It was
see?
me.
Oh yeah. He believes. Okay.
It was me, Dio.
Was me. Alright, cool. So, Hirokin, You have identified it, and we have I do believe we have the item shared with. Well, it doesn't actually have the image of Maud Chiselbone is the one that that shows the cauldron. Well, we'll pull it up again. Yeah, we'll pull it up again. Yep. So you do see the bronze cauldron with like that nice patina on it, and the carvings or embossments of the dancing nymphs and satyrs around the outside of it.
Rob between them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are ladles.
Sure, that's what they want you to think. Would Thad recognize the style of artwork, or maybe the origin?
Oh, give me a history check or a religion check.
Oh, right. Let's see. Nope. And shit. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is great for -1 on that roll. So, yeah, Thad, you kind of move around it, looking it up and down. Are you inspecting this thing? What does Thad take out his tin hat or tinfoil hat and start to like look around?
He just does like a really awkward thing where he just leans and puts his eyes like an inch away from it and just like he's scanning it like a printer and just goes over every square inch. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Yep. Just looking around. Just kind of does a little, almost like he's doing the chicken dance around it, kind of squatting down, looking up and down.
Got it. Yeah. So, you realize this is a artifact that probably originated from the Fae.
Oh shit! I have notes on what I think about the Fae. 1 sec.
I have opinions on this. Stand by.
Yeah, let me open my binder to the Fae section.
I mean, I'm from the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like Valhalla would notice it, or Valhalla would definitely have some affinity for it. Hirokin, there's something about this cauldron also that calls to you, just from the way that your rage manifests itself within you.
It's strange.
It's like
from a different plane. Is it related to the Chwinga? Why
That's
are they
my
here?
plane. That's my plane.
How
how does
I
that
not
make you
know
feel?
Who, me or her?
Her.
I
How's
don't
it make you
know. What the flying fuck?
Thor took a poop, and now he has the poop zoomies.
From your plane as well. Those are
Thor
the weird
took a
ones.
shit,
Oh.
and now he's like got the post poop
dangles? Oh, yes.
because he's light as a fucking feather. Like, my God, I'm sorry, Thumper. Thumper got up from his spot because he's like, there's this little shit flying around.
Little nuggets.
Figuratively.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
figuratively, not literally.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, how, DM, is there something about this being identified as Fae that makes me like feel a certain way, or is it just like, hey, that's from home-ish?
it makes you. It at first glance, you look and you can see like the satyrs and the nymphs dancing around this carved or embossed, dancing around this cauldron, and it makes you feel at home. These are denizens of the Feywild, and kind of gives you a little bit of a smile on your face. But then the overall kind of vibe of this cauldron is kind of sickening to your stomach.
Ish.
Well, just mainly because you know that cauldrons like this typically belong to hags, which are another type of evil fae. However, it just the inherent like possession of it being, or it being in the possession of a hag, doesn't make it inherently an evil thing. It just seems to have been put to an evil use.
So it's just like personal feeling wise, like, okay, so to answer how it makes me feel. Well, it's kind of. Have you ever been homesick?
No.
Nope.
I burned down my home.
Sometimes, yes.
Somehow that doesn't happen.
We're just all gonna pass over that one.
I just go over at
He's an
Cora.
outlier.
I'm like, well, I'm lost now.
Twice.
So,
I'm coming.
It didn't stay burned the first time.
What is burned may never
No.
die.
Different homes.
so I guess, well, that kind of feel bad for you guys. It's nice seeing things from home, but then it's kind of like it makes it brings some not good feelings in my tummy.
You've made this very clear to understand.
Uh-huh. It's just it's like, okay, so you've never been homesick. Have you ever rolled down a really long hill and gotten that feeling in your tummy, like when you're falling and then you're about to fall off a cliff, but then you don't, and it gets a little bit scary, and then but it's you're actually fine.
Wait,
Like
I
you're
think
about to throw up.
I think I know what you're referring to, and my
Okay.
stomach also feels weird.
Great.
It's
So,
okay
but
now.
it's
I mean,
but it's
I'll-
not from
I'll-
eating it.
I'll
It's
touch
not
that
from.
stomach. Does it feel weird?
It's
no. It,
but it's not.
it is abbed and muscular.
It is
But
sad.
yeah, it definitely that kind of looks a little shifty for a minute though. He's a little.
So no,
said too
but
much.
it's not. It's not from eating it. It's just kind of like you look at it and it's like it's.
Yeah, I understand. Not from the eatings, but from other things. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's how it makes me feel.
All right.
But
Somebody
like
want to
it's
dump.
cool, like it's fun to see, and it's cool. Like, but then I'm like, well, why is she here? It's like, it took me a.
I too
and I
wish
just
to
have to
understand
start.
why she is here.
I start having like this minor panic attack because I'm starting to think about like how I got to this plane, and I'm just like, there's a lot of, and it's nice to stay a part of home, but it's not the most friendly part of home. But like that looks just like Joss, and this one looks just like Vlad, and this one that looks just like Phil. Oh, I miss those guys.
I lean into Thad and I'm just like, I think you broke her.
I have done this to others. I must be careful with my power.
Cholera comes and hugs her and just kind of the group. So are we dumping this and going, or are we hanging out here for a while?
Yes, the stew is made out of people. It must be dumped.
Please.
Would be a waste.
Wait, who's Phil?
He was an old friend from home.
Is he in the stew?
A doctor?
He. What? No.
No, he trained warriors.
Yeah.
Does he have a one-hit wonder that plays all the time? And kind of wanders through the air, and sometimes you hear it.
Cholera walks over, puts her foot on the side of the cauldron, and attempts to kick it over.
But which one hit wonder? Because I feel like if you know anything, Tarzan
I can
is like
feel
5.
it coming through the
Yeah, it's not really one-hit wonder, but
tonight.
yeah, I'll assist.
5 songs in Tarzan.
I'll assist with helping try to knock this thing over.
Oh Lord. All right, so this thing
Shouldn't
is
be too
very
hard.
heavy with the sheer amount of stew broth soup that is inside of it. Trix, you're more than welcome to try to save some of it in like your canteen or something like that, but you're not going to be able to save all of this stew unless you have a very large
Like a bag of holding.
No, do not fill your bag of holding with stew. Please.
Oh no!
I'm not offering it.
That's like the adventurous version of spaghetti pillow.
It'd be really funny when someone pulls the bag inside out and just people steam falls over the place.
It's like that, it'd be like that Breaking Bad
Wait.
Right.
That brings up a question.
I'm holding up for a friend.
And can you cook in the bag of holding?
No.
Whoa.
Well, with magical means, yeah. You can't have fire in the bag of holding, though.
It's a
What if you-
vacuous. It's a vacuous, and it's like a
Mhm.
semi, demi-plane.
What if you
Yeah.
heated up a rock so hot that you yourself could not hold it, and then you put it inside the bag?
How would you put it in the bag if you could not hold it?
I must think
Scoop
about
it.
this further.
You use the bag to collect it.
No, let him answer.
Oh,
Thinking.
sorry.
Am I-
That
now
will
I am
work.
curious.
Bags full,
Could
yeah,
use-
a different way.
Would I be able to heat a rock so hot that I could not hold it?
No.
As
Good
you
coverage.
guys,
If a tree
So there
falls,
we go.
no one's around to hear it. Doesn't make
holy
a sound.
shit! As the party philosophizes over hot rocks and bags of holding, yeah, Demovan and Thad, you tip over the tip over the cauldron, and rain the stew pours out sloppily onto the ground. Just kind of lazily oozes its way to the north part of the cave, and just kind of see steam coming up as it melts on the icy, or it starts melting some of the icy floor. You can see the cave stone below it. And
Does it
just
smell less delicious now that it's out of the thing?
No. It smells exactly the same.
Perfect. That is a real shame and quite a waste.
So you now that you've drained it, Demovan and Thad, you realize this thing is, probably weighs about 50 pounds.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Just
well,
big,
when
just
empty.
big
Oh,
and
when it's
bulky.
empty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
it's
what
4
I
feet. It's 4 feet wide at its thickest point. So like the thickness part of the cauldron, 4 feet there. The mouth is 3.5 feet in diameter, so pretty dang big. Could probably throw a gnome in there. Yeah, one gnome wide.
Later, we'll see.
Yeah, gnome. It's a gnome wide. And at this point, Laura, your two wolves, they just kind of disappear into their, like, back to wherever they came from.
Damn it, we spent an hour waxing philosophical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So, in terms of timing, it is now basically like late afternoon, getting towards the early evening. You could try to leave the caves and make your way back to East Haven. However, you would be navigating the frozen lake, probably in twilight or darkness.
I think we should sleep here tonight, yes?
Probably. Although we should look out to find out what other threats there are.
Yes.
I sent the wolves off, and
I
they didn't
poked
seem
my
to
head out.
come back alerted.
Yeah, so as far as you know, Colra, the wolves traveled around what they could get to and didn't find anything. You get a sense that they wouldn't probably have, like, gone up to been able to scramble up to like that bridge that you guys climbed, or gone to some of the other cave entrances, possibly. Probably stayed within.
Okay.
Well, I would be partial to return back to the village because it is cold, but I also do not want
Yes,
to cross
it
the lake at
is.
night.
Actually, it's actually kind of interesting. The cave that you're in right now, though the ground and stone is cold to the touch, it is like an ambient, kind of okay temperature. It's not freezing in here. And as you look around the room, you can see that there are cracks in the walls where just the slightest hint of steam is coming out.
Oh.
Didn't she mention something about hot springs?
That sounds
So,
familiar.
the Kalis, when he read the journal entries, the dwarven explorer, whoever came to these caves, noted that previously these caves may have been used for a ritualistic sacrifice by ice giants into a hot spring.
Sounds like a
Gotcha.
party
So
to me.
really hot spring.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be warmer inside. Then perhaps we bunk up in this cave.
Thad, you do recall that when the kind of, hullabaloo happened with the frost giant trying to escape from his little ice thing, you do remember running down a hallway and seeing what looked to be more of these giant skeletons beneath ice.
I'll actually look over. It's like, well, if we're going to stay here, see, I want to see some bones.
Thad, no.
They're really big.
Still no.
All right. Well,
We
you're
have
lost.
no desire to see your giant boner.
not-
Good for you, but no.
I am not speaking about.
Odd flex.
Well, speak for yourselves.
That is now uncomfortable. But there is a. When I was getting tactically retreating away from the first big boner, I found a few more in the ice. It may be worth taking a look at if we're going to be here for a while.
Dad, we need to work on your phrasing.
No, I speak very well.
You speak very well.
Yep.
It's the orders of certain words that.
I have never
Make
noticed a problem with my
things-
communication skills. I'm sure it's fine. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go look at the bones.
Crix rolls his eyes at those
I mean,
statements.
to be fair, Dad thinks he's a master orator, so it's perfect.
I'm sure he does.
Master something.
Why are you all so crass? Anyways, I guess we'll.
Five-letter word
what?
for you? It's impressive.
All right. So yeah, Thad, which way do you take him?
I'm trying to remember because it was.
So you remembered that you
it was
fled
there.
this way.
So it was yes, and this looks like the ice up here. So I'll walk up. If anyone follows me or not, I'll just walk up this way.
I think Demovan, like almost on instinct, follows that, just expecting him to be killed if he doesn't.
You see, there are a bunch of large boners down there.
Crix is still with him.
So you can see as you enter this cavern here, large ice-covered kind of deep water. You can see up to the northeast, actually, if you like ventured out around the corner, you can see where the underwater spring actually exited from a deep cave mouth. So
There?
yeah, so
And
this looks like it looks like a this is what was the hot springs at one point. And you can kind of see just little trails of steam coming along the roof of that cave where the water is coming out of. But below you, as the night kind of you can see above, there's actually like cracks in the cave roof. As the clouds clear for a moment, moonlight pours through them, giving you those god ray moments, and suddenly the ice beneath you, which is kind of a dark mottled blue, is illuminated, and you see 4 giant skeletons.
The ray
frozen.
tracing in this game is pretty good.
This cave was able to get an RTX 3080.
I was about to say, which
before
one
I
of you
could.
guys has RTX on? Yeah, so you see
Well,
4.
this is.
It
4
looks
frost
frozen.
giants.
It looks frozen all the way to the bottom. Is there any liquid below that we can tell, or is it just straight solid
No,
ice?
all you see is faint outlines of their forms. So it's like this.
Okay.
It's like looking at a mammoth in, like a mammoth in a big,
Like glacier.
glacier.
Why do you bring that up?
It gives you.
How is that relevant?
So Thad, give me a perception check, as you were the one who kind of saw these things in the first place, came out here. Okay,
14.
so it may be just your nature and who Thad is, but as you venture out onto the ice and you see the moonlight illuminate it, you can see down these dark shapes, as you can see on the map. You swear like you see one of their fingers move.
Oh no.
You shake your head and stare at it, squint your eyes a little bit more. Maybe not. Tough to say.
Well, even if it does move, he's got a lot of ice to get through.
Yeah, these guys are like 10 feet below.
Oh,
Well, this would make a nice tourist attraction, but I'm kind of bored of it now.
Is this just a dead end?
Yes, that is basically just an alcove. Snowy stone floor. Not much there.
How high is this where the spring first came in?
Pretty short, like 5-foot waterfall.
All right. I'll just I imagine Crix would also be searching for the source of heat, so probably try to get up there, see what's going on.
Yeah, so you look
I'm
you
just
look into
skating
it,
around.
hold up the flame, Crix, that I'm sure you have the produced flame in your hand. And this cave goes farther and further back beyond where your flame can beyond where the light of your flame can illuminate. But you do watch as it gets like very, very, very narrow.
Huh. I wonder what secrets lie beyond there. Oh well. We will never know.
Yeah.
there's also a cave to the left of you.
There's no change in like heat or anything like that as well.
How narrow does it get?
Probably like a foot wide.
Okay.
So it's kind of interesting. When this thing would have been like unfrozen, it would have been fucking like gushing out of there like a fire hose from somewhere deeper within this mountain.
Oh, I see. So it's almost like a nozzle of where this water would have been coming through.
Yeah, so there would have been a hot steaming hot spring shooting hot steaming water on all these big
just all over
frost
us.
giants.
And
Does this keep going?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me.
So
I'm
is it?
I'm just skating around.
So Valhalla
Don't-
disappears around the corner.
Well, I'm not her babysitter. I'm gonna go look at the
Well,
cave.
No, her babysitter's following her. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I figured.
No, Valhalla and Kolra, you do recognize that as you went around this corner, it basically heads back to that bridge that led up to the abandoned camp. So this is where Valhalla is right now, is where you guys split up before.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so it loops around.
Yes.
So the is the like gap, is that like under the ice or is it above, like an empty now?
Oh, you look at it and Crix, it is it's like a 1 foot wide kind of crack hole, whatever you want to call it, and the water has frozen coming out of it. So it's almost like just like how the waterfall behind Thad is frozen in its current form. It's like it flash froze. Suddenly.
Yeah. So there's no way we could get in there at all.
Probably not right now, but it does. Like, there's something in the back of your mind, Crix, for sure. That's just like, somewhere deep within this area, there is some source of heat that you're probably curious about.
Yeah. I'm gonna start producing flame and throwing it at the fucking hole.
It just fizzles out. You see a little bit of small amount of water trickle off of it, but you do very little progress.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm afraid I don't think we'll be able to make it any further. But we may find a reason to come back here.
Perhaps.
I'm still curious about those skeletons. Even though they're kind of boring and are not moving, I don't think.
So are you curious about them or are they boring?
I don't know. I have a met in my mind, apparently.
So they're interesting.
I am mildly amused.
I walked into a wall.
Now that's interesting.
Yep. Well,
Are you a ghost?
no.
No.
Are you cold?
Yes.
I feel like you're just being cruel at this point.
At this point, he sounds like disappointed in himself for being cold.
Wait, Callus, if you are cold, I'm sure you have some sort of spells in your repertoire to warm yourself up. Why don't you try one out? As I walk up, I stare at you from 10 feet away.
Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll use a silent image to create a bonfire in front of me.
The coldest
While he-
non-heated bonfire.
While he does that, Thad wants to watch Callus's eyes. Does anything happen with them?
No.
Nope.
I would.
Very hot.
Crix would also like to look into his eyes and see if there's just like any like semblance of intelligence behind them.
Vacus.
Like, does it look like he's joking with the silent image, or does he actually think it's going to warm him up?
I mean, it's like one of those like placebos.
Yeah, like, it's like staring at.
Oh, I
the
feel
Netflix,
warmer
like,
already.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
staring
put
at
the.
Netflix fire.
I'm gonna
like,
say, yeah.
on the
It's like
TV.
cozy, even though it's just not even put on heat.
Close your eyes and imagine. Oh,
It's a bonfire in the middle of a frozen river.
yeah.
Cora taps Demovan on the arm and kind of gestures like this way, back towards the bridge, and goes, "Hey, can you give me a hand getting up somewhere?"
Can I? Hold like the backpack off the shoulder.
Just don't fall
Have
into
I
the
gotta
force of
told
spears.
you?
It's like, yes, there's the grappling hook, but you could also just make a ladder out of your spears.
It's true.
Alright, so Kolra and Demovan head back through the icy river towards the bridge. That was about.
Wait, where do we leave the cauldron?
Cauldron's still
Well, when
just,
they get to it, she just kind of points up.
the cauldron's still in the middle of the room where the remains of the hag are and the dead bodies of
Puppies.
I feel like someone might steal it. This is not the best neighborhood. I'm gonna go watch it. So I'll just go over and I'll start meditating next to it for the rest of the evening.
I will pull out my grappling hook for the first time in like 4 years.
You let out a very satisfied sigh. Look at it.
I'll heave it up
It's
around
all
the
rusted
bridge.
over from misuse.
Hauled this baby through 4 campaigns. Prestige. And Demovan throws.
All right, give me a athletics check, Demovan.
Use my inspiration because this is important to me.
For all of us, really.
Yeah.
With the precision of a trained sniper, Demovan spins the grappling hook, looks over at Cora, and just lets go, and just immediately finds purchase on the icy bridge above, and without even looking at it, Demovan just starts climbing, 100% sure of his accuracy of where he's thrown this grappling hook.
Trained for this for years.
Under her breath. Oh, that was fucking cool.
Yo, he's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
All right, so Demovan, you climb your way up.
I don't know. I roll crits at the right time.
Krix, Hyrokin, and Valhalla, what would you guys be doing? Kalis and Thad are back by the cauldron in the kind of semi-warmish. The rest of you, or the other two, disappeared off into the...
I think Tyroku would be studying a lot of like the skeleton that was a frost giant earlier, and documenting measurements and like bone densities and trying to determine the age of how long this has been here, and just general like scientific knowledge.
Yeah, give me
And also trying to like
give me an investigation check.
It's not a. Oh yeah.
You basically do draw. Yeah, I mean, you're. It's tough to tell now that you kind of bashed the shit out of this frost giant skeleton. Which, like, I would imagine, Hyrokin, you're just like you're trying to piece together the bones, and you pull them all together, and for some reason, there's now like a fishtail as one of the arms, and like a human leg attached to it, and then a normal leg attached to the other one, and yeah, it's tough to just piece everything together. But you try. You do a decent, okay job. You think yourself.
Sure do.
Alright, so Demovan and Cora, exploring the caves that you found there. You make your way all the way out, and you find yourselves 30 feet above a cave mouth that opens 30 feet above the icy shore below. Look out, and in the distance, in the twilight, you can see your boat and the bunch of Knuckleheads' boat bobbing in the frozen lake. And then the corpses.
Any other boats?
No other boats. In the distance, far into the distance, you can see the twinkling lights of East Haven, probably, just down the coast of the lake. But you are 30 feet up. You look down, and this actually wouldn't even need to have like any sort of tools or grappling hooks. Demovan looks disappointed, but the face of this cliffside has enough handholds and jagged bits and pieces that it'd be fairly easy to climb up and down it without much effort.
Would we recognize this as one of the entrances we saw?
Yes, it would be.
I can recognize this is where we came in because I still have a duplicate token stuck off to the side over there.
Oh yeah, that's necessary. I have no idea how to get that.
So, Demovan, did you happen to see where those harpies came from?
The sky.
It came from up the coast.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
they did not emerge from the caves. They just came from like either above the cliffs or up the coast.
Okay.
So,
well, I'm not going down there.
Yeah, no, fuck.
Alright, so you do see there is more caves there to the north.
I'm so glad we split up only the two of us. It's perfect.
Looking through here,
I probably would have followed them actually. And thinking about it because I see Cora wandering off that way, and I'm just like, wait, where is she?
All right, so as you head back that direction, Demovan and Cora, you hear a scrambling, scabbering noise coming from the west or the east. As you hear the
Valhalla
roaring...
just comes across the most perfectly thrown grappling hook she's ever seen.
Yeah.
Whoa. And then I just fly up. No, I'm kidding.
Alright, so as you guys meet up, you move to that northern cave. There you see a bunch of pillars. 3 ice-covered pillars, a bunch. Composed of what looks to be some strange mineral deposits. And as you enter this cave, you realize, as the wind starts to blow through, you hear that odd moaning sound that you heard emanating from these caves when you were on the shore. It almost seems like this specific cavern here serves as some sort of acoustic chamber to amplify and like have the wind wrap around these pillars to produce that weird.
I'm assuming we left the cauldron in the
yeah, the
in
cauldron's
that room. We didn't bring it.
Yes, the
Okay.
cauldron's in the room with that and
Do you want a grappling
Kalis.
hook the cauldron up too?
No, I was gonna do some cool like bucket drumming, but I guess we don't have the cauldron here.
Drum circle.
Oh, hold
Yeah.
on. I reach into my bag and like pull out like a little pot or something, just to, like
Oh, like
we're like the
Implement.
monkeys in Tarzan.
Perfect.
That's not you just
Yeah.
started singing like the
Yeah, it's Robin Hood.
That's a different song.
Actually, I think what he was singing was from the Jungle Book.
No, I was singing
The-
the camp.
Wait. What am I
Sing it
thinking
again?
of?
I heard the boop doo 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 doo.
No, I'm not saying.
That's definitely not-
That's
That's
Robin
what I
Hood.
started singing.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh yeah, that is
One of my old coworkers had it as a ringtone. It's very distracting. There's a whistling version of it too.
All right,
Oh,
Cora,
fun.
you notice that there is one more cave, or the cave this cavern winds and goes further to the northwest after this kind of dead end here.
She stops at the entrance and kind of looks over her shoulder. It seems that there's more, although you're kind of right. We probably shouldn't just go just us. Or we could.
I mean, there's 3 of us now. We're fine. 4 if you count that. It just seems like the hummingbird bee metal thing. Like, yeah, we're fine.
All right, so in the darkness, your dark vision allows you to see on the walls in this cave a bunch of ancient-looking stick figure drawings carved into the wall.
Do you recognize anything about it?
Yeah. Can't we get specifics?
Hey, yeah, sure. Give me.
I
History
mean, there was a
checks.
Fae in there, right? So like, she's like, is it Fae?
Yeah, is it Fae related? Do I get an advantage?
No.
Oh.
Is it old something related? Do I get an advantage?
Is it old?
speak old.
I'm old. Okay, I've been around a long time, guys.
No, you don't get it.
What am I rolling? I closed
History.
my sheet.
So, Cora, you're
Sorry,
just
I need
like
to
you're just like those are some sick fucking stick drawings. But Demavan,
Oh man, I wish I drew as good as that.
yeah, whoever drew these had some very great artistic talent. Val and Demavan, you discern that these drawings show the ancient ritual of the frost giants wading up a river to a cavern where you can see there's like the hot, steaming hot spring or steaming water drawn, and then they throw themselves into the water and drown.
Dark.
But then who was left behind to draw the picture?
Dun dun
The
dun.
person who saw it.
Oh, we did come across that one frost giant who was not in the fun pool.
Guys, weren't there a bunch of things under the ice over there?
Yeah, Dad did seem to have an interest in stuff under ice.
He seemed to have an interest or
Particularly
lack
the
of
bones.
interest. Yeah.
He seemed to be undecided on his level of interest.
I want to take a picture. I want to take a picture. I'm gonna like blink at it. Be like committed to memory.
You can take out a piece of paper or parchment and copy it down. With that roll, I would allow you to happen.
Okay, I'll do that.
Does it show how
Not-
many
not the
frost
whole
giants
thing.
does it
Save
show?
this picture idea as a backup.
Save it as a backdrop for my bag of holding.
All right. So that was all that was in this
Paste
room,
it against
so it
one
seems.
of the walls of the back.
Ooh, pretty stick drawings, yay! And Cora just very boredly walks off.
Cora, we've got to show this to them. It might be something that's really.
Oh, I'm
Have
sure
you guys
Crix and Thad are very much into the art scene. They just seem like the same
they're-
type of
They're
people.
definitely into like, oh shit, something might have happened
Yeah.
here.
I'll bet 5 gold they blame it on Imix.
Cora looks at him and goes, "Make it 10."
Done.
Okay. she holds her hand out to shake.
Demo Man shakes the hand.
What's happening?
Gambling.
Just a friendly wager.
Adult money exchanging. Don't worry about it.
I'm older than all of you, guaranteed, and I'm just like, what? Why would you? What? You mean like friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. We are money friends.
What was the friendship token of That's where I am right now. That's where Val is. It's the friendship tokens. I heard about these from an old wise turtle one time.
You would have probably found him in Luskin at one point. It's true.
Probably a lot of them.
Yeah.
Very, very many of them.
Maybe 4 of them, and maybe also a rat folk.
Could be as well.
Yeah.
All right. So
And a redhead.
So I guess we head back. Well, there was more to that bridge on the other side. Maybe. I don't know if you guys already went there.
that's
Yeah,
where they found the.
I'm sure
abandoned
passing it, Cora would explain like, "Hey, that's where we found the stuff, and we stole some paperwork."
Classic. I like it.
We didn't steal it. There was no one there to claim it. We're just trying to find its owner.
So if I went to a house with nobody
Whoa.
inside and I took their things,
The Valhalla,
But I'm not stealing.
While talking to Cora, Valhalla nearly walks off the edge of another cave opening. That
No,
goes
I
30 feet-
stopped.
30 feet down to the
And my
lake shore below.
homunculus flies.
I would imagine your homunculus flies off the edge, and as you're turning around to discuss, like, argue semantics with Cora, it turns around and boops you on your butt to keep you from falling over the edge.
Yes, exactly.
Cora would definitely, when she got like one step too close, to definitely reach out and kind of grab the back of her shirt, just like a mother that's too like tired of taking care of the kids, but still doesn't want them to die.
She's my protector.
Like the cat mamas who just, like, grab the kittens by the scruff of the neck and, like, eat them over. Like,
And I don't even fucking notice it. I'm just like, oh hey.
Alright, so you seem to have found the other, one of the other cave entrances that you saw from the shore.
Cora would shout back to Dimovan, "Just another dead end," and then pull Malhana to go back.
I mean, it's not really a dead end. It's I mean, unless
If you
keep
walk off,
walking.
it will be.
Yeah. I'm glad we understand each other.
So it seems you've explored the extent of these caverns, where this, like, bridged end.
Where'd you guys go?
Back to the bridge.
I'm lost.
There you go. Found each other.
Hooray!
Alright, so using
Oh,
the...
wait.
Back here.
Speaking of herding cats.
Alright, well, using the grappling hook, you guys are able to make your way back down to the river floor.
Oh no, Cora does it in style. She picks up Ohana and floats down once more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, using
She has to try to one-up Dimovan.
After getting down, Dimovan looks at the hook, contemplating leaving it from its perfectly thrown placement, and then pulls out the pike and pokes it down.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you threw it so perfectly, you don't even have to do that. Once again, you just look back at Cora and Valhalla, not even looking up at the hook. Just flick the rope, like, in an expert way, and the hook just goes ting, and just comes off. Perfect.
So fucking cool.
I've done this once or twice
Yeah.
in my life ever.
Not even looking away. Once again,
Whatever.
not even breaking
Multiple
stare.
lives.
Not even breaking stair, just opens the backpack, the grappling hook, and the rope perfectly coils its way.
Are you sure that rope is not a mimic?
The rope
Can
is
you teach me to throw a grappling hook like that?
Probably not. But I don't know if that says more about me or you.
Alright. So the party arrives, the
Such
exploration
brutality.
party arrives back at the main entrance here. Passes Crix, who's for some reason staring at the skeletons beneath the ice.
Crix, look at this. Look at this. And I'll pull out my half-ass sketch.
Well, it's not even half-assed. You did a pretty decent sketch of you could almost probably would have.
No. I did a pretty decent sketch, but like I wasn't. I was more like, this is Val talking. My sketch. I'm not a sketcher.
You could have even done like you just lay the paper on it, you just roll the charcoal over it.
Oh yeah.
What do you call that?
That would have been so smart.
Yeah.
I look at the drawing, and then I look up to Valhalla, and then back to the drawing, and then back up to Valhalla, and just nod. That's good. Gold star.
Who do you think is responsible for that artwork? The original thing.
I mean, Crix. Yeah, I was like, Crix has no.
This is a forgery.
Oh, there's a.
No, it was on a wall. It was on a wall over there.
There's a slight look of like a slight head shake and a look of disappointment at Valhalla.
Guys, I'm 400 years old. You don't have to treat me like a toddler.
You keep mentioning that.
What?
Should we get you a cup of applesauce and put you down for a nap?
Why would you give me a cup of applesauce? You eat applesauce. You don't drink it.
Yes, like a cup of soup.
No, it's a bowl of applesauce.
If you have a whole bowl, yes, but if you have a small
can't have
bowl,
a whole bowl, you'll get a tummy ache.
It's true. Applesauce would need to make me a little bit. You give me a little bit of it. That's not the point, guys. This where's Thad? He'll look at it and make some.
Where's the sensible one of our group?
He'll make some conclusions, whether or not they make sense or not.
They
will definitely make some conclusions.
Gosh.
All right, so
Where's Callus?
As you guys are arguing, Hirokin, you show up and you're like, you see Val showing off her cave etchings / rubbings, and you hold up your drawing of this like abomination-looking skeleton.
I see. We drew the same thing.
Where'd yours come from?
I did not draw this. It is, in fact, the paper got stuck to my back, and I was rolling around cleaning myself. This badly.
We had a pretty similar technique.
Hirokin was just chasing his tail, just like, hey.
Chaos face.
Now,
engaged,
when you say cleaning yourself, do you mean like a cat does or like a man does?
You can't ask people how they clean themselves.
Oh no!
I was trying to lick my own butthole. Yes.
Oh god.
Respect.
I'm so into Hirokin, like just like Professor Cat, just like in the middle of lecture, just be like, "Excuse me."
How about
just licks
lawyer?
ass
How
in
about
the middle of
lawyer
lecture.
cat?
Yeah,
Did you guys hear about lawyer cat?
Yeah, I saw that today. That was great.
So good.
Or the guy who had the filter on. He was like in a very like important like town hall or something, and either a kid or a spouse or something had used Zoom and had turned on the cat face like VTuber filter, and he's like, "I am not a cat. I am here. I am actually live. Please no." But I would imagine Hirokin, a prestigious professor, in the middle of lecture, he uses a laser pointer to point at something on the board and immediately drops the laser pointer and like crashes into the chalkboard. Ah! Where'd it go? Excuse me.
That's pretty.
Like a student asks like a really weird question. He just does an aggressive lick on the shoulder and looks at him. Say it again.
All right. Well, you guys have explored the majority of this cave, so I'll bring you back over to the warm room, where Kalis has basically snuggled. I would imagine has like spooned starting to just to spoon the cauldron as it just has some residual heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you all walk in there and Kalis is just like around the base of the cauldron.
Thad just looks up. I don't understand it either.
Actually, I could imagine that you walk back in and you hear what Kalis just said. You don't see him. And he's in the cauldron. Just
oh, nice and toasty.
Now, if we were to pour water in there, would it cook him?
He would become a stew, yes.
But is that a salad?
Oh no.
No. What type of idiotic question is that? No.
But,
it does.
But what...
So the water would have to be poured and stirred for a full minute to be transformed. It doesn't just have like a.
Okay.
It's not a cup of noodle. It's got some preparation time.
Worth
I
noting.
could go for a good bath right now.
Worth noting, we can use this to get information out of people. Just throwing that
Yeah,
out
we could
there.
offer them soup in exchange for information.
I was thinking more.
We could
If-
put some really good spices in it.
I
have some really cool tricks.
What if you filled it
I
up
have
with
a spice
wine
called
instead? Did
Chris.
you like mull wine?
I'm sure you do have some great tricks, Valhalla. Yes, I'm sure they're really cool.
Why don't we
Save it for show and tell.
Why don't we consider what this is intended for and try to use it for its purpose? I don't know what its purpose is. I'm just saying. If it can make this much food,
I'm now
And we're in-
frowning at Griggs.
we're in this cold forsaken
Eyebrows
hellscape.
furrowed and frowning.
Instinctual hug.
People here are hungry. Perhaps. It was meant
I
to
think
be
Crix
a-
is hangry.
He's always
I
I think we both need a nap.
am fine.
I'm okay. I just meditate.
Wait, Crix. Were you thinking too deeply about Imix again? I know it gets
Dad,
Oh,
Dad,
That
Oh,
reminds me.
picture.
Oh boy.
I was like, oh wait.
I like how all three of us are just like, oh wait, that.
I was like, Dad's here.
I'm confused. Why are you all...
We know.
we need you to answer a question.
Yeah, we have some theories, but we need a thinking mind to
I'll see
No,
if
weigh
we,
in on the subject.
we need a theorist.
I will see if my wisdom and experience can help you. What is the issue you find yourselves in?
We
Look
have
at my
this-
picture.
I will look at your
This
photograph.
this was on a wall. Look at this.
Look at this graph.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, you've gone beyond the scope of everything I understand. So it's what was it again?
If I had a nickel.
It
Okay,
was the
This is on a wall. This was
scene
on a
of-
wall.
Right, it was the scene of the giants, correct? That's this one.
The frost giants, yeah.
Yeah.
Under that
Ceremoniously
went and then
drowning
froze
themselves.
underneath the water.
Hmm.
They drowned themselves and froze.
This, I take a close look, appears to be a child's drawing. Whoa, where did you find this?
It's on the cave
That-
wall.
that's
over there.
Valhalla made this.
It's like stick figures on a cave wall. I rubbed it.
I see.
I got
In her defense, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Stayed pretty true to the
Paula
source
was just
material.
like bad artist. Like
Well-
I wasn't. It wasn't.
Given our location,
I assume that it would have been drawn by the giants, yes?
But then who drew it if they drowned themselves?
Who watches the
Dun,
watch?
dun,
The
dun.
other giants.
Oh, that's right. There could be more giants.
As he says that, Cora goes, "Fuck yeah!" and then holds out her hand for Dennis.
Yeah, Devan just like unceremoniously throws a pouch of gold.
Why is the transaction taking place? I don't understand.
I just, dude, I was paying her back for dinner earlier or something.
They were friendship tokens.
That's right.
Yep.
that gives you all, that gives you guys all the squinting fry face, and there's that makes sense.
Like, no, mine is 100% sincere. I was just like, yeah, they're friendship tokens. They're
And
exchanging friendship.
I'm sure Cora and Demovan have they're just agreeing. Just anything.
Like just
anything
nodding,
that
like,
shakes-
yep. Wherever this conversation goes, yep, that's the right answer.
Sorry, I had to do this.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is that why the DM's been so quiet?
Oh,
Last
that
5
is
minutes.
amazing.
Oh my god.
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph.
Hieroglyph.
Look at these hieroglyphs.
Look at these hieroglyphs.
I'm so sorry, but not really.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll let the night of rest just kind of happen as you guys discuss around the. You guys can make some produce bonfires or producing flames to keep yourselves warm here. Your warm bedrolls keep you guys and gals warm here in this cave. And as I noted, there are little like vents of steam that seem to be keeping this place a little bit more acclimated in terms of a nicer temperature. And your 8 hours of rest occurs easily. What would you guys be doing with? I would assume, Crix, that you have incinerated the rest of the dead bodies and corpses around this cave.
Oh, yeah. I did that last time, I think. But
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That's not the reason Cora let Valhalla in the room.
Yeah, so yeah, there's just kind of piles of ash in the corner. Maud's body is gone, long gone as well. So I can get rid of that stupid fucking turning my entire screen green. The let's see. Somebody roll me a 1d7.
Well, what I was about to say is, it's a little too cold for me. I can't sleep when it's too cold. I'll just stay up the whole night.
Could you go back inside your bottle to avoid being cold?
Yeah,
But
shouldn't
it's
you have
so
gone to bed
cramped
at like
in
6
there.
p.m.?
I was resting on those pillows for years, and now they're all lumpy.
Why not
Do you
fluff
need new
them?
pillows?
I'm too poor.
All right, new team goal. We get Kyla's new pillows.
Huzzah!
Pimp he's gonna be you're gonna pimp his ride, but his ride is his
My
line.
crib.
With my various abilities, would I be able to like craft him a magical pillow that could shrink with him and he could take it to his lamp with him?
Yeah, you could spend some time tonight. And
Like half of my sleep because I only
Yeah,
meditate for.
Oh,
So-
I can help you. I don't need to sleep anymore.
What is happening?
Okay, so
Why
so
does
I'm-
nobody require you? Shut
Okay,
up.
I'm gonna- yeah.
Kyla's consumed the soup and now has become sleepless.
In
So
Seattle.
I'm gonna use my like sleep time. I'm going to I'm actually gonna do something else as well.
Yeah, you
I
guys
think-
after Valhalla describes what she's doing, if there's anything anybody else wants to do during this rest, it's uneventful. Like the watches just happen as they would happen. So if anybody wants to do something in the downtime, let me know. So Valhalla, continue.
Cora offers Demovan a game of dice.
Done.
I'm gonna be playing with one of the
proficient with dice.
with a tool that I will keep to myself for right now, and then But when Demavand wakes up, I'm probably like holding one of his. What are your throwy things?
Spears.
Javelins, grappling
A
hooks.
javelin, a spear, whatever.
Little spear.
Whatever.
Little
One of
small
like the most.
spear.
Yeah, small spear.
The common thing that you're throwing to attack.
Javelins.
Okay. So small spear. So I've probably got one of those like near me upon the waking pieces of it, and then I'm just like, but this is on waking. But in sleeping time, while everyone is sleeping, I'm just going to use my random like tinkering stuff and just kind of create a pillow with whatever
Yeah.
fluffy things I'm finding nearby. And
So what did you do to the javelin?
well, that's for Demavan to find out.
Surprise,
Oh.
motherfucker.
I'm almost imagining group sleeps now as everyone goes to bed, and then Valhalla has a scene like from Elf where Buddy is just like decorating the fuck out of Christmas.
100%. That is 100% what it is. Like I'm just like, yes.
I gotta pull 3.5 hours. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Oh god, I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. Remind me.
All right, so that's what Valhalla does.
I blame Dune.
Demavand and Cora, you're playing a game of dice. Would you want to play a game of dice?
Yeah, somehow I'm proficient with dice. I don't know what that means.
That means I'm terrified of any bets that we make.
I think it legitimately just means you know how to play dice games.
You'll never throw a cock dice.
No, so there's actually an interesting thing with like proficiency in like a gambling thing. You can like read people. Like there's like a DC for like reading your opponent, stuff like that.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That's really cool.
And it probably has something to do with knowing probabilities as well, Ren.
I'm really good at math, but only when it comes to dice and cards.
Human's grandmother.
Those are
Practical stuff.
This compartmentalized knowledge, you know.
Yeah, because if I look up like gaming set, I believe tool proficiency's gaming set. So this has stuff like added benefit. You can do some interesting things with it. Carpenter, photographer, cobbler, forge, glass, but wait.
Hey, DM. For my repeating shot infusion, that grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. So if I'm removing that, I just do a 0, right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. So gaming set proficiencies are interesting. Basically, you can add knowledge of history, so you can have insight on somebody or sleight of hand. It's interesting. Yeah, catching a player cheating, DC 15, gaining insight into an opponent's personality, DC. But forget what the there's an actual thing that's like what was it? Baldur's Bones was the game.
Oh, it was like a version of blackjack with the dice, right?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
We had to just either roll till 21, but not go over.
So, what is the ante that you guys are agreeing upon, Cora and Demavand?
Like at least a gold, right?
I mean, yeah. I think it would be like if they're playing through the night, it would just be like a gold a game, just to keep interesting.
Sure.
So I guess we're taking the first watch.
No, so what happens? So how this works is each player. So you guys, each of you roll 3d6. Okay. All right. So it's a gold each. So you can choose to either stand or roll. Player. So basically, it's blackjack.
Oh, okay.
So
we have
you
to
either stand. Yeah. So you'd say either stand or roll, and if you say roll, you take an additional d6 and add it. You exceed 21, you bust and you're out. Otherwise, you keep rolling.
Yeah.
So, I guess Cora, it's your turn first. Either stand or you roll.
I mean,
Be brave.
why?
Okay, so Korra stands. Korra rolls to a 12. Demavand.
A roll.
Okay.
This is
All
the
right.
way. Oh,
Demavand rolls to an 18. Korra, standing a roll.
Oh,
Okay, Korra rolls. Ooh,
Oh my God.
to an 18 as well. You eye each other over the 2 gold coins that lay between you.
Is that everything?
God, this makes me go to Vegas. I'm not gonna lie.
Feeling feisty, I'm going for it.
It's a 20.
Bro.
An exchange of eye glances, just like a eyebrow waggle. It is now on Korra's turn. Korra, do you stand or do you roll?
She looks Demoman dead in the eye, holds up her hand with the die in it, and goes,
Don't win if you
"I'm
don't
not a
roll.
pussy."
That's what I thought.
And hits 21!
Nice.
Demavand,
Some James Bond shit going on right now.
it's your roll now. You have to, if you stand, you lose. If you roll, there's a chance that you could also get a 21, and there's a chance that you could fail.
Can't win if you don't roll.
Korra wins this
Hell
round,
yeah.
grabs the 2 gold. This goes on throughout the night as well. All right, anything else anybody would want to be doing during the evening?
Oh, I did have one quick note. Let me go back. All I would say is I'm going to keep a very not, subtle eye on Callus. Or Kalis, while we're down here. If he ever looks like he's about to cast a spell or something, I'll kind of perk up and I'll kind of go back down. I'm just trying to keep an eye if he does anything.
What I'll say is, you see me like just standing around because I'm not sleeping, and every once in a while I'll whip out a book, and then
He's whipping it out. Oh, it's a book. Okay.
and then I'll put it away, and then I'll whip it out again.
And I think
Somehow it shocks
eventually,
me that he can read.
Well, every
Without
time I look
glasses?
at it, you see my eyes glow with runes, but other than
okay.
that,
So your eyes do glow when you read the book, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that something? Maybe you could. Is this something that's like unusual, or is it something that a wizard would just happen to be doing, or something I've seen before?
Some sort of magic user.
Yes, indeed. I don't believe in magic. Wait, no, wrong campaign.
Also, not your character.
Yeah.
True. Okay.
But also my character.
I'll keep. I'll keep a. I have. So Thad does have a notebook. It's a little beat up. It's got a unicorn on the front, but he'll put some notes down as he's watching, very serendipitously, and it's just. It's just if you looks over my shoulder, it just says Kalis, eyes weird. Why? And that's the extent of my notes.
And plenty of room for red string.
Yes.
Yeah, leave room for the red yarn.
Yeah.
to
And the
go between
pins.
pages.
Yep.
Yes.
Got to stock up on those next time I get back to town. And then I'd probably just pass out while trying to take notes at some point.
All right, awesome. Anything anybody else would want to do? I think that was a resounding no. So,
I don't think so.
the long rest
Yep.
occurs. You guys-
Actually, the Chwinga's still with us, yeah?
yeah, it's hiding in hiding in Thad's hair.
And what's the range on this lantern? It was 300 feet, right?
Mhm.
Is there anywhere that is more than 300 feet away from Thad in this
Oh yeah,
place?
because Masco is still in my shoulder and or company.
Then I might go out the front of the cave a little bit. And just like...
Make your way out
like
there.
nothing.
During your watch, make your way out there, descend down the pythons and rope that are left in that waterfall.
Mhm.
And kind of serendipitous, because once again, as you go out there and you start to try to light your lantern, you look up and you see that same strange Aurora Borealis style thing streaking across the sky above you.
Hmm. Interesting. It's still way too high up for me to, like,
Oh yeah,
be able
it's thousands
to
of feet up in
interact
the air.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this thing? And I'm gonna light up the lantern.
It glows green.
Mm. And I'm gonna like start to look around and see if like it's brighter in one direction or another, and
Brighter back into the cave.
and I am more than 300 feet away from.
Yep. You very meticulously counted your lizard footsteps until you got out of here.
I will head back in then and see if I can pinpoint a location other than the other one, the other Twinga.
Mm-hmm. So you get close to where the waterfall is, where the pythons are, and that's where bright green. As you hold up the lantern and you look, squint your eyes against the darkness, watch the moving, what seems like strange moving reflections. You see what looks to be some sort of snake-like liquid thing behind the waterfall, almost like it's weaving its way through tubes and crevices that it's created behind the ice.
What are you?
Stops for a moment. What looks to be a liquid, fluid head acknowledge you, then it disappears down a frozen thoroughfare into the beyond your vision.
It is not a VMix, so I believe it can be left alone. And then I will climb the pythons again and head back. Not gonna lie, I forgot about that. You told us about that and I completely forgot.
Hey, now you remember. Cool.
No, I remember. It worked out. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to the group. I assume Thad would have been on watch with me, probably.
Sure.
Yeah, I probably passed out, and then you just woke me up with my notebook out.
And then I'd find you, and I would sit down and just be like, I saw it again when I went outside.
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific than that.
The thing in the air that made it rainbowy.
Chemtrails.
But I'm concerned. It is...
yes, the weird lights that we saw last time.
Yes.
I thought you said Lysol.
Strange. Does it happen every night, perhaps?
Perhaps. But maybe not in the towns? I do not remember seeing it in the towns.
That kind of scratches his chin for a bit. What if... Now hear me out on this one. What if we can build a tower to the heavens and see the lights ourselves? I don't know where we get enough trees for that up here, though.
Are you gonna be using the G5s?
What? Who said that? Oh, it's you.
The G5s. Isn't that the thing?
Oh, no, I thought that was a thing, but it was just the bees.
Oh. I thought we saw bees in the other town.
That's the bees. Wait. I look back to Crix. Do you think we can harness the bees?
No.
And they can carry us into the heavens?
Definitely not.
Damn. Well, it was worth a thought.
Yes.
I must muse upon this now. Have you found any other signs of Imix?
No, not of Imix. At least I do not think so. Yeah.
I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but I'm going to say it. I don't think Imix is behind anything we found up here so far. It's too cold.
I would agree. However...
This is how we get away from him.
But we need to stop him, yes?
But if he can't see us, because he's too cold, and we learn more about what is going on up here, with these weird people and the Twinga and this cauldron and the weird lights, it's all connected. I just don't know how yet. Perhaps we've discovered the source of this power and bring it back, and then we can bring it to bear against Imix himself.
Perhaps, yes.
Also, I go really quiet with my voice. Kalis has weird eyes. You gotta watch out for him.
I think it's time for us to wake up the next watch.
All right.
I must sleep, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm just like standing there awake the whole time. Why are you all whispering all the time?
I just squint my eyes at Kalis.
It's
I'm meditating and my eyes just like one of my eyes is just open. Like
Thad struggles for a minute. People are sleeping, so we're trying to be polite. Yep, that's it. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me.
Yep, me too. Okay, go sleep now.
Here,
Bye.
Callis, I finished your pillow.
Oh, goody. I tried the pillow. Is it a good pillow?
Roll for pillow.
I'd say it's tough to make a bad pillow. It is actually.
I don't know about that. I've had some shitty
He's
pillows.
gonna
in my
say
life.
no.
You put your head on it, it's just a piece of cloth.
I accidentally stuck some rocks in with
It is
Sharp
a
ice.
decently created pillow. They'll do.
I used the wool from some of our sheep friends and goat friends.
Oh, perfect.
Now I can smell them anytime.
Now I get a face full of sheep every day.
Are you Welsh?
Be a Kiwi.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
or from Montana.
Oh boy.
Either
All
way.
Idaho.
Jesus.
No, Idaho's potatoes. Come on.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we grow more potatoes than Idaho does.
Yes, we do, but that's not the joke.
That's not the meme. All
I
right.
thought the joke was that fornication with the goats.
All right. So,
Stop that.
That's
Stop that right
not
now.
a joke. We don't treat our friends that way.
no.
No, that's serious business.
All right. So, the rest of the night goes as planned, and in the morning, you guys just need to give me a quick idea about how you would, how are you going to be getting this cauldron out of here and taking it back to your boat?
I think
Cora
I
is
can
going to
just
take up
carry
the
it.
job. Cora's going to take up the job of keeping Valhalla and Kylus out of the way.
Okay. Yeah. The rest of you guys can. The rest of you, Hyrokin, Demoben, Thad, and Crix can very easily heft this thing and take it out to the shore, where you find that it is pretty large. So, would you want to, like, I mean, the other boat is still seaworthy, and it's there. So.
I just had a very strange thought, friends.
Go
What
on.
if we used a cauldron as a boat?
It will flip over very easily. Cora, you hear this, and you give some very pertinent advice.
Cora hears this and very much debates in her head whether to stop it or not. And then
We just bring
figures
it
that
along
that
the
is
coast.
better off not an icicle.
I have much to learn about the natures of marine engineering. Oh well.
First
could
off,
just tow it
normally it's a
behind us.
boat, not a pot.
I don't understand.
I know you don't.
That's why we love you, Thad.
I feel welcomed here.
You are of
Yes,
my
you're-
people.
Let us carry this thing on the boat. I will hold it this side.
So, what would you want to do with the other boat as well? Considering that it's, that's
It's
also
still-
some.
I think
It
if we
currently
bought
has a
one-
rope tied to a rock, so, and it's still floatable.
How
We could.
big is the boat that we took?
What you took is more of a small. It's like a larger fishing boat. Carries up to 8 people.
We
Okay,
could
so we
try
couldn't,
to
like-
tie the other one to the back, and might make
Yeah.
more space if we have a couple people in the other boat, and then the cauldron plus the 4 holding it in the first boat.
Well, even if we just bring it in tow, that's good evidence that we did actually find the people
That's-
we were sent to find.
That's a good point. Yeah, not just fucking around for a day, coming back.
Yeah,
saying,
they're dead. Sorry.
GG, find new
Did you
fishermen.
gather up? I guess we didn't gather anything other than
I
some
have a
notes.
grappling hook. could
Tell
use
me
that.
more
He's
about
really
it.
good at
I
using
mean, this
it
is
too.
no, Thad. You're right. This is solid evidence of like, okay, well, the bodies were. It's not like the bodies were chopped up, probably, pretty much, just their heads and stuff. You guys, Crix
Just
incinerated
gather-
those.
Yeah, just gather up some of the empty bottles because they could probably at least tie them to like the same kind of stuff they would have taken with them.
I mean, the boat with its name on it is another great.
Oh,
way
it's
as
already
well.
named. Yeah, it's named. That's right. Okay. That's
Right. So
yeah, we're
it takes them a little bit of finagling to get the boat tied to the back of your main, bigger fishing boat, but you're able to do such things. And after a few moments of getting everything in the boats and all the cauldron lugged in there, Kolra takes the helm and steers the.
But before we leave that place, though, I looked at everyone and go, so, do we want to look for this treasure?
Yes. Yes.
So it doesn't take you much longer, but you go up the coast a mile to where the lake hag, mentioned that she would leave the treasure for you. There's nothing there.
Why am I surprised? The hag lied.
Yeah. No, you killed her.
That's called justice.
She was gonna go get the treasure and bring it here.
Do
I
I
still-
get the feeling she was lying?
No, you knew she was telling the truth.
Oh.
Okay.
I think I misunderstood. I thought she was saying that the treasure was there,
No,
and she was going
she
to lead
said.
us to it.
She said,
No,
"Let
that
us
was pretty
go."
clear.
No, she said,
She
"Let me
said,
go, and
"Let
I
me
will
go."
wait till morning."
Dad
and-
made it.
Wait till morning. and I
Dad
will-
made an
Fire.
executive decision.
The fires of justice were not to be denied. Sorry.
Yeah, like I mean, if
I mean, here's the thing.
search for it.
Even with that me misunderstanding, I still would have done the same thing.
That's
So
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah,
but
so
the
you
fact
guys
that
spend
we're searching for
some
it-
moments in the early morning around trying to see where this treasure might be. The water here is still very, very deep and cold, and I think you give up and make your way back to Eden.
Cora would definitely ask in her head, so hypothetically, if you were a hag, how would you hide your treasure?
Probably pretty fucking well.
Well, if you're talking about the lake hag that you just encountered, well, it sounded like she was hiding it deep in the lake. I think she's kind of immune to the frigid waters here and probably stashes her stuff down there. I wouldn't try it yourself, though. Unless you want to turn into a popsicle or have bits and pieces of you fall off.
Cora listens to this, doesn't respond, and very heavily thinks about letting Thad in on this information,
Oh no.
and decides to keep it to herself.
This is for the best.
wait, I have an idea. If you pass on that information,
She
trying to
wouldn't.
remember.
She just keep it to herself,
So the group
unless it became obvious that somebody could do it.
oh, never mind.
It's okay. Justice is its own reward. We
If
should-
I was one level higher, I would be able to turn into a creature with a swimming speed.
fortunately
Actually, I would still be able to turn into something that is cold resistant.
you want to spend hours looking for a treasure that a hag hid at the bottom of a lake. More than welcome.
Yeah, it's like a
It's,
bag of terminals.
It's a big lake.
right?
Yeah.
Let's get this shit home.
Yeah, what you
These
have
are my
now is
favorite.
probably worth more.
Shoulder bones.
And also, Cora doesn't know he can shapeshift it anyway.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet.
That's true. You have not. We
Only
just.
has summoned a fiery friend. So
I think Thad thinks you're just some sort of mystic at this point. Does he know you're focused? That's not important. Whatever. Not important.
Didn't you come from like the same monastery?
We did.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to remember because we discussed. I'll go back through it now.
So here's the thing: is you would probably know that I had druidic training
'Cause you
before I
from
came.
outside. Yeah, that's right.
I came from the first home I burned down.
Yeah, and then you burned down ours. I know.
Yeah.
To be fair, I helped. It's fine.
And to be fair, they were the flames of justice.
Against the shadows of tyranny.
Mhm.
Anyways, let's take this thing home.
all right, so you guys let Kolra turns this craft around, and heads back to East Haven. Take a break as you guys arrive at the docks of East Haven. So 10 minutes.
Wait. Really, really quickly. Why did you roll your eyes at that, you dickwad?
Because we have said that before we're going to take this break. But okay, what would you like?
No, because I said I wanted to do this when we woke up, and you never gave me this opportunity.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have one of Wabuki's javelins. And
Spears.
I'm
Shorter
not
spears.
not
Yeah,
Wabuki.
I feel less spiky than when I went
Demavand.
to bed.
Demavand. And so I walk over and like, here, here.
What did you do to my short, thick spear?
You'll find out.
Demavand just like eyes her. Okay.
Next time you use it.
To look at it, touch the tip of it, just inspect it.
Just to see how it feels.
Yeah. Yeah, I play with the tip a little just to see what's going on.
Play with the tip.
Yeah, I don't think any of you wouldn't feel anything
You
different.
wouldn't feel any different.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, but I look at her seeming sincere, and
It
like,
gives you
yeah,
it
all
gives
right.
you satisfaction. There you go.
Yeah, I play with the tip, feel satisfied, tuck it
Yep.
away for later.
All right. Well, on that note,
Val's just watching like with a really big smile. Like,
on that note, you guys do make it back to East Haven, or just outside the docks of East Haven. You guys will arrive shortly. Take a 10-minute break. Back.
Heck yeah.
All right. Thank you for hanging around. Those who are still here, we'll be back with more East Haven adventures after these.
we try and save them by giving them real jobs and
For pennies an hour.
Taking their oil, which is dangerous.
Oh no! Sounds like it's time to dispense a little more freedom. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Yep.
Mhm.
I got it. Oh, Scruffy.
I want to ride a DM.
Yep. What time of day is it that we get back? Is it still early in the day, or is it taking us? Oh, okay.
I just remembered that we definitely saw some invaders that came in. Well, we saw their footprints, and we just kind of ignored
On our
that and
town,
left.
not our problem.
Fair.
Not even the speaker.
No.
No.
Nope.
No. It perished well.
Col-
I'm sorry.
I like how the entire party answers for Cora.
They're a little more excited about it than she is.
Well, she didn't even partake.
Yeah, what if she got it wrong?
Yeah, is finding someone as a soup considered alive?
A stew. They were a stew.
Or a bread bowl.
Salad. Sail.
So that ship had been there when we left. Okay. Okay.
Sometime meaning like a fortnight or like 100 years.
Yep.
They were killed. Yes.
Cora glares at Crix as he kind of just blurts that out.
Yes.
Crix, tact.
Right,
What?
attack. This is the shape we found them in. I'll pull the cauldron out. They were cauldron shape.
This is where we found them.
Yes, they were murdered by a
Then
hag.
Crix ate them and dumped the rest of them out.
Yes, they were turned into stew.
But not by Crix.
But not by me, no. They were turned into stew by a hag.
And then we dumped them on the ground.
Yes. And
But
we
Cora
cremated
has her
the...
face in her hands during this
We
conversation.
cremated what remains of their body.
Crix was taking taking some. He was savoring them.
Hooray!
Oh,
Yes,
And some of the booze they had with them.
Oh, well, there's the bottles.
they're empty.
They were pretty thorough.
Hi.
Like, she's dead now.
We were dumb enough and or brave enough to take care of it. You're welcome.
Sure.
My eyes shoot over to Callus.
Yeah. It seems so friendly. I just want to do a quick insight check to see if this feels like some sort of setup or trap because they weren't expecting us to come back. Yeah, let me see. I think it's one of the few things I'm good at. Am I? Yes.
guys, where's our goat cart?
You had left it at the inn.
Oh, okay.
The inn is taking care of our goats. It's fine.
I'm sure.
Cholera wouldn't have been there for that.
She seems sincere enough, that.
Okay. Yeah. It's cold out here. Nice to get inside.
Cholera would stop Thad and Demovan goes and like hushed but not like whispering goes, maybe wanna move the cauldron to the cart. I don't wanna we wouldn't want to leave it out here.
I mean, I hear there's lots of break-ins around here, so we might want to not leave it in sight if we live in our back seat. So
we should also probably wash it out so it doesn't smell like liver.
It doesn't smell like anything right now. In the journey of in the time of the journey, all the residual residue in the cauldron is gone. Now just empty, like anything. And
self-cleaning is the best thing we've ever found.
As the crowd has gathered around, you notice that a few of them are like slowly approaching and like curiously looking in the boats. There's like a little kid who's looking over the edge, and you can see his eyes go wide as he sees like the naked satyrs carved into the side of the pot. Kind of stifles a giggle and runs away. It's definitely
hey kid, stay away from my pot.
It's definitely attracting attention for sure. As much as Thad was joking about, don't leave it in plain sight, it seems that the villagers are extremely curious about what you've come back with, Caves.
Cora sighs and goes, I'll stay with it if you guys can move it to the cart.
Yeah.
All right, you watch the pot.
Make sure no knocks come around.
It'll never boil if you do, so it's safe.
This is dark magic.
All right, so you're able to move the cauldron out of the boat. The fishermen take their boat back along with their venturing supplies that they loaned you, and walk across the street where the captain is standing outside. The captain of the guard is standing outside the White Lady Inn, and it gives you a curt little nod and opens the door for the party. Are you gonna bring that cauldron in here? Yeah, you can just leave it outside. Whatever that thing is got some interesting carvings on the side of it, but
insight check. I want to know if she knows what it is.
Yeah, big vibe check. What am I getting?
Big vibe check. Roll insight.
Is that my fucking first roll of the night? I think it is.
Well, he's still rather lizard.
Oh, I forgot. I rolled earlier too. I rolled because I made a flask. I have a flask for some.
Yep. So with those insight checks, she just is like confused as to why you're going to be carrying in this cauldron. Like, there's hot food in here. Like,
So
basically
it's
just,
legit, like, you can leave it outside.
Yeah, like you don't need to bring that in type of.
Yeah, she's actually just fucking confused.
Yeah, as to why you're lugging around a cauldron.
Let's just leave this with the goats. They'll protect it. And Cora.
As they go to put that in the cart, yeah, the goats are more of a threat than Cora is.
Yeah.
She asked the captain, "Hey, do you have a leather worker or an outfitter of some sort in town?"
Oh yeah, absolutely. A couple places that are fairly decent I could steer you to. What are you looking to get done?
She kind of shifts around and goes, "Well, I realized this cold weather does not make chainmail easy to wear."
Yes. Definitely need some insulation between the chain and the skin, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go walk down to the town square, take a right afterwards, look for the sign with the it says furs on the sign. Should be fine in there. They know what to do. They've had to do it enough for the guards and for other adventurers who's rolled through here. And tell them that I sent you, and I'm sure they'll give you a discount.
She gives like an appreciative nod and then goes over to the cart and kind of just relaxes while keeping an eye on the cauldron.
Well, we're all together for this, right? We're all kind of coming back.
It's all in the same area. Yes, you're all coming back and milling around the outside of the inn.
I'll look back to the same guard as Cora was asking her questions. I have a quick question as well to find something. Do you have any doctors or men of medicine around? Or women of medicine? Someone who is wise in the ways of healing?
Well, wouldn't call them wise, but we do have a apothecary here in East Haven. They sell some very basic, herbs and tonics and remedies that the folks like to keep at hand. Why do you need something specific? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for someone who might be able to help me with a thing.
That's very specific. Well, she gives you the directions to the apothecary. You're more than welcome to give them a visit during working hours, and here to help you. As I said to your friend here, Cora, that tell them that Captain Arlagath sent you, and they should treat you right.
Perfect. I will do this thing. Thank you for your help. I'm gonna go now. Okay, bye.
You don't want to talk about... Oh, whatever.
Once Thad's out of earshot, I would say it will probably be easier without him.
He's a bit simple of the mind.
I can still hear you.
But he's very sharp ears.
Alright, well, inside of the inn is warm and welcoming. You guys enter. Anybody else want to do anything outside before you head to the inn?
Oh, also, when I say I'm leaving, I would start leaving, then I'd be like, wait, we're doing a thing. And then I'll turn back and go back and join the group.
Right.
I just let out a long sigh as I see you come back into the inn.
Yep.
Get your business taken care of?
Nope.
All right.
Alright, those who enter the inn is it's old, but it's warm inside. A fire burns in the hearth. It has that kind of like old wood smell to it. Just that constant like dampness, mustiness to it. See a few townsfolk in there with mugs in hand. Their heavy winter gear hung up on hooks next to their tables. As there is a halfling with a lute or a fiddle, just softly playing a song beside the fire, giving a little bit of ambiance to the. And the captain, she motions to a larger table that is open, enough seats for everybody. Sits down there and flags down a waiter. She immediately just kind of without even asking anybody who's here, the 6 of you who are here, says 7 ales, please.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goody.
I just imagine she says 7 ales, and I can just see Thad just sitting there, like, pointing to everybody individually and counting.
That's right. Alright. So, as you guys wait for the beer, or the ale to be brought, he looks and says, once again, congratulations on beating that thing in the cave. It's no small feat. I honestly just expected you to come back with news of the villagers, but this is even better. For that, she pulls out 2 items from inside of her cloak. I will offer you both of the options for the rewards. I'm gonna keep one for myself, but seeing as you've done us a good favor, you can have both. East Haven thanks you.
That's very generous.
So you see what looks to be a wax-sealed scroll case that she pulls out and plonks onto. And the other thing is a strange-looking item. It is just a gray, fuzzy bag, or a gray leather bag.
God, you were looking for like a leather place, right? Is this what you were looking for?
No, I was looking for a doctor.
Cholera.
No, never mind. Cora was looking for leather.
However, what is it? What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
It's got some interesting little. This gray little leather bag has some drawings and etchings on the side of it, or stamps, like the leather stamping of like animals, plants, such as like that. And the captain shrugs. I'm not sure what this is. Pulled both of these things off of Dazan, the wizard that we burned at the stake just yesterday.
So your rewards for us are literally like the leftovers of a guy you burned alive?
Well, we were gonna keep them for ourselves, stow them away in the town hall, but hey, giving them to you as a compensation. What do you think?
They are something that a wizard had, so I
Kind of
imagine.
looks at him.
I open the bag.
Inside, you see a small, fuzzy object.
I pull out the small fuzzy object.
Okay. Like a strange little ball of yarn. The captain shrugs. Looks at it and she says, yeah, I've fiddled around with the bag myself. Not sure what it is, but if Dazan had it, probably was worth something. I didn't take him as somebody who liked to, knit, but I don't know.
Very strange. Is the bag magical?
He shrugs.
Or is it just a bag? I look at it very closely. I have no way of determining if it's magical, but I'm just staring at it.
I actually do have a way. And I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Right. So, cast Detect Magic, and get an aura of conjuration magic around this bag. Specifically from the little fuzzy object in your hand.
The things in the bag, they have conjuration magic on them. I do not know what they do, but maybe they have an activation word.
Captain Arlagath looks at you and says, well, don't do it in here. You don't want to scare the patrons away. You can fuck with that thing outside.
It's a ball of yarn. What's it going to do? Summon an angry grandma? I don't understand.
That would be entertaining.
True. We should summon him.
Crix, can you summon an angry grandma?
I hold the thing and I just say, Grandma.
I love this.
That is not the activation word.
There's a moment of pause as everybody holds their breath around the table, including Captain Arlagath. Then nothing happens. The ball of fuzz still remains in your hand. Just a ball of fuzz.
It's pretty stalwart.
Wait. I have an idea. I'm going to dip it in my ale.
Oh, that is
It's a little bit wet.
Okay.
All right, I think
Bold
that
choice.
we may have exhausted our investigation of the yarn, but what about the scrolls or whatever you had?
Nope. It's not done yet, and then Hirokin will take it and just bap it between his hands.
So as you start bapping it between
As
your
you were.
hands, as you start
Oh,
bapping it
alright.
between your hands, Hirokin, little soggy ball starts to twitch. Roll me a d8, Hirokin. So
Oh, no.
on the table, you watch as Hirokin starts to bap it back and forth. And as it starts to get faster, go faster and faster between his hands, gaining momentum, suddenly you see a tail sprout from it. Then you see a snout sprout from it. And then 4 pairs of stubby clawed feet out of this little ball of yarn. And suddenly, all of the ale bottles on that side, or ale mugs on that side of the table, get pushed back as suddenly a giant badger appears in between Hirokin's hands.
Is
The
that
badger,
your
the
grandma?
badger looks
Currently
around
outside.
confusedly. Yeah, as there's cries of confusion from inside the inn as Arlagath, she draws her sword and looks at this thing that suddenly appears on the table, knocking over the ale mugs, spilling them onto the ground. People are just like, "What's that? Oh my god!" You watch Hirokin is in front of you. The badger looks up to you, stares you in the eyes, hiccups, and then rolls off the table and starts to try to walk around, but it's just swaying back and forth.
As all the shots are happening, outside Cole hears and just, I feel like I'm missing something.
The giant badger finds its balance and then plops down, like circus bear style, on its ass right next to Hirokin, and then looks up at him expectantly.
Oh, he's a friendly little guy.
You expect me to pick up your tab for you?
It burps loudly.
Well, this is definitely a first.
You know, I saved some of the booze from earlier since I didn't want it. So take it out of like the flask and just hand it to the badger.
Just starts lapping it up.
You're one thirsty motherfucker.
Hiccups,
So how
burps again, and sits down.
Are
So
there a
now
lot
we
more
have a-
balls in this bag?
Do you want to reach in again?
I want to look in.
Look in, and there's like strange bumpiness.
I reach in.
So this is the badge of bag.
Feel
Or
a
bag.
fuzzy object. And
Oh,
I
God.
pull it out, and I'm gonna look at it.
Wait. We don't need any more badgers.
you hear from the bar, "Whatever the fuck you're doing, please stop. Not supposed to be any animals in this bar. I have no idea where that fucking drunken giant badger came from, but it seems to be content drinking the booze that we have provided for you. But please, no more animals."
I squint, like just like
we have
glare
a
at
cat,
him,
we have a lizard, we have a cat. we
and I
have-
just slowly put the ball back in the bag and close it.
Okay.
I'll put it on my hip.
All right. Anybody want to check out the scroll?
I'm not very smart.
I would try, but I don't think I
I
would
would.
be good with
When
it.
I detected magic, what did its
Evocation.
evocation?
I can read. I choose not to.
How do I check out the scroll?
All right.
Scroll
Well,
is evocation.
so if you pop it open, look at it very plainly and very simply, a scroll of fireball.
Oh, nice.
I would like to hold on to that if that is all right.
I'm not surprised. Please
It
don't.
could come in handy.
I know you.
I am willing to trade my balls
You were literally about to say ball sack.
You're about to trade your ball sack for something handy. Interesting.
I could not fucking get the words out.
You choked on the balls, huh?
I did. I choked on the balls.
So you choked on the sack.
You just gargling a little hard.
Yeah, I did choke on the sack.
It's correct.
I am willing to trade my ball sack for it, unless nobody wants either. In which case, I will take both.
I mean,
Sorry, what's the ball sack?
Well, it seemed to have
It's a
summoned
part of a
drunken
man.
badger.
I would like the ball sack.
Can we call the drunken badger grandma?
I thought it was his grandma. I'm confused.
Yes, here, have the ball sack. I will take the scroll.
Hirokin, at your feet you feel a pawing and then a lick as the giant badger once again looks expectantly up at you. Its mug of ale is empty.
He is a prodigious drinker.
I did not realize that your grandmother was an alcoholic.
can I get another round here for my friend?
The waiter just thinks that you're talking. The waiter just thinks that you're talking about one of your companions at the table, so they
Yeah, give me another 3, please.
come
Need,
back with another 3 mugs, and the waiter leans over to Arlagath and just says, "On your tab." Arlagath looks back and just says, "Of course, it's fine. It's fine, fine."
Question. She ordered 7 drinks.
Yep.
Is she not drinking?
I mean, Kolra's outside.
Oh, Cora was outside. Got it.
Also, I have a mug in front of me, but all I've done with it is dip a fuzzy ball into it.
Yeah. And then Demovan looks like he's taking giant, huge sips, but then, like, at the end, when everyone leaves, it looks like somebody had about, like, a quarter of it.
Pantomiming getting drunk. If you... as everybody is, like, sort of drinking their booze, the alcoholic giant badger definitely winds its way nearby to try to, like, take away your booze if possible.
Oh yeah, I would give my booze freely to it.
I love the fact that the phrase "alcoholic giant badger" can exist.
Also, I would like to actually let me read this real quick.
All right. Well, as you're reading that, Arlagath looks around and she just says, "Oh, well, if you're happy with both of these rewards, that is my debt paid, and well, I'd be happy to have you stay in the village a little bit longer, but
ignore that. Doesn't do what I wanted it to.
You're more than welcome to stay around here. East Haven's a big village, and there's a lot of problems here. And I am just curious, what is that item that the thing that you brought back that your companion? She's guarding out in the wagon. Looked like a giant pot.
Worried about our pot?
Is a bathtub.
You're not a cop, are you?
Yeah, are you a narc?
I am literally the captain of the guard in this.
And it's not not our pot.
You have to tell us if you are a guard.
I am a guard.
Not our pot, we're holding it for a friend.
Well, yeah, if you're looking to stay in East Haven for a day or so, I can pay for a room for you here. I'll have to probably each bunk up in one. I'll vouch for 3 rooms on the constabulary of East Haven. But if you want a better place to, have a good drink or party tonight, I would make your way down to the end of the far east side of East Haven, the Wet Trout. That's the Hoppin' Bar, as they used to say here in East Haven.
You have made me curious about the origin of that bar's name. And now I must see it in person.
I would say Devavan's eyes go like a little bit wide, like, we have to get to this bar.
What was it? The wet tuna?
The wet trout.
Oh, wet trout.
Were you listening? We have to go.
As you guys are all debating, and arguing amongst each other. You hear the fiddle music start to get a little bit louder as the halfling bard kind of makes his way over to the table. Gives a little bit of a curt head nod to Arlagath, and comes over to your group. Oh, you seem to be new in town. Could I interest you in a bit of a, well, extracurricular activity?
I
Raise
apologize.
an eyebrow.
I don't trust you.
You're not quite my type.
No.
I'm playing the wrong character for this.
No.
Yeah, everyone should.
Do you know why this inn is called the White Lady Inn?
Do you have pumpkin spice lattes here?
He
No, we
shakes
don't
his head
know
as
the
he gets the
origin
joke. He says, well, and he plucks his fiddle and sings a quick song that recounts the tale of the White Lady's husband. Kept his treasure in a heavy locked chest that never left his side. That is what perhaps was the reason why that husband capsized his boat, as he kept that heavy chest at his side and caused him to drown. He is convinced that the inn is named after, or the inn is actually named after a local legend, the White Lady, who is the ghost that walks the Loch Dinneshere looking for the spot where her rich husband drowned and left his treasure. After he tells the tale, he looks at you all, trying to see gauging interest, and he says, if you are interested, I'm planning to conduct a seance later this evening. If you're interested, you could join.
That sounds more spiritual and intriguing.
Perhaps I could learn something from the other side.
Yes, we live in dark times. Perhaps the spirit of the White Lady can help you. If we can contact her, maybe you would be curious to hear what she has to say.
I go for squinty eyes again. I want to insight check. Is he trying to imply something more specific, or is it just a general, ooh, this is spooky and cool, you should come?
Yeah, do I get the feeling he's trying to just like get a rise of interest out of us?
Roll insight, as you don't trust anybody in this town.
Yeah,
it seems.
I would probably insight as well.
Fuck yes, I do trust this man.
I'm also curious what the. Oh no, that's gross.
Why are you all so curious about everything? Just roll with it.
Because I can either hear a ghost story, I can go party at the Wet Trout.
Why not both?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can definitely do both.
I'm open
Okay,
to both.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm starting to like this town.
So, Demovan, with that insight check, feel that this bard is very much actively trying to get more people to. He feels like if there's more people in the room when he conducts this seance, there's a better chance that he actually would be able to contact this ghost. But he's pretty convinced that he's going to be able to get a hold of spirit.
I feel that he's sincere. I can almost taste it.
Tastes like a wet trout.
No, the Wet Trout is going to be much more tastier, I'm sure.
Are you a cat?
No.
He's
I don't
a
think you just
human.
asked.
I thought the
He's
other
a
person
human
was a
man.
cat.
For sure, you just
I am
can't
the
ask them if
cat.
they're a cat. That's just gonna rude.
No,
I'm just
but I
kinda
would
like-
really like to get to the Wet Trout.
He's a human man.
The Wet Trout does sound.
I've met them before.
Should we head to the Moist Fish?
I
Yeah,
also
so
want
let's
to
go
hear
to the
this
sushi.
story.
Old days young. Where do we start?
You want to walk over to the Wet Trout with us? You could tell us the story over some.
No. It needs to be here. This is the inn
Because
has the
this is
name.
for the inn.
Is this something that's gonna happen in the evening, or something that's gonna happen right now?
Oh, are you ready to? We can start the seance now if you're ready. The other guests are already here.
Yeah. There's no way the party at the
How
Wet
long
Trout
does it
starts to
take?
like at least 7 or 8.
Yeah,
You know
we
that's
wanna
fair.
do
It's
that
still it's
in,
like
like,
afternoon, right? It's like
Mhm.
noon, it's like
Yeah.
lunchtime.
Yeah.
All right, lunchtime seance. Why not? Let's start with that.
Good. Okay.
Talk to the ghost, then get hammered. That is the order of operations.
Mm-hmm.
Plan to me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
While this is all going on, how long it's taking, Cora definitely gets bored and eventually coaxes the animals to head off towards the leather worker.
Okay. So you drive the goats over to the leather worker, and
Yeah.
Cora, you find this fur shop there. It's mainly used for girding or for maintaining the cold weather leather gear that most of the folks in towns wear. When you enter the warm shop, you can see an elderly man working behind the counter, some spectacles on. You hear his hammer as he's kind of punching some holes in what looks to be a very large leather belt, and he looks up and says, how you doing? Hey, Brig here. Welcome to Brig's Furs. What can I do you for?
I'm looking to get some. I feel like I missed something. I'm looking to get
Either
some
just say
leather
what can I do
armor.
you for.
Yeah.
Fur.
Yes.
The captain said to head over here. She seemed to very much recommend you.
Oh, you come in here for Arlagath's behest? Oh, wait.
I did.
Wait, you look like we've already heard, the news has already traveled around town. You're the part of the crew that went out there and slew the lake hag in the caves and found those dead dome fishermen there, eh?
I didn't think news traveled fast in a town this big.
Well, it's a big town, and it's pretty much a big event when anything happens. I mean, yesterday we burned a wizard. That was crazy. And then today, you guys come back after having slain some hags and whatnot, bringing back the bunch of knuckleheads boat. That's good stuff. You recovered the boat, lost the fisherman. Oh well, boat's more valuable than the fisherman.
She just nods sagely, like, yes, this is true.
Well, what can I do you for? What do you
At
need?
least 10 gold.
I need some leather gear that is easier to move in.
Looking for some different types of armor? What do you got now currently?
She kind of pulls back her jacket and shows just a chain shirt.
Oh,
It's
that'll be
old,
mighty
it's done me
cold
well,
out there.
but
That'll be
yes,
very, very cold out there in the snow.
it does. It definitely locks up at times as well. I figure leather is probably easier to deal with.
Oh, you looking for some studded leather then? Is that what you're asking for?
Oh, that depends. You got any in store?
Yeah, of course. I just have to size you up, make some adjustments. Shouldn't be too bad.
And I, of course, have to ask, how much would this run me?
Well, I mean, seeing as that you just did us a big favor here in East Haven, studded, wouldn't be too much. Oh, I could give it for you like half price. How's that fair?
She makes a show of like mulling it over, but that's like far more than she expected to get off. She goes, I believe that's fair enough. I'll definitely recommend you the next time someone's asking for armor.
Excellent. Well, let's see. We'll take a few of these. We gotta find some on the shelves real quick, but it shouldn't be odd. And he just goes about trying to find you some other armor. So it would be normally 45 gold, but half price.
Okay.
So round it down to 22.
Hell yeah, the gold that I won off Demon's coming in hand.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, Devan out of nowhere just like holds a fist in the air.
Something's not right.
11 gold.
So it's studded leather armor that's more well suited for this cold weather. So it's lined with fur. So
Hell yeah.
it got some nice warmth to it. And the leather worker says, "Hey, if you're looking to get rid of that chainmail, we do have a blacksmith here in town. Could probably buy it off you for a few gold. Use it for some scraps and whatnot, repairs. But not sure you'd be able to get a full price sale on it being used and whatnot."
I appreciate the information, but it's... if I'm not wearing it, I guess I would consider it a heirloom.
Consider it whatever you want. Thank you for your patronage. Hopefully that's studded leather will serve you well, protect you good, keep you warm. That's for damn sure.
Thank you. Before I go, you don't happen to have a boatmaster, someone who could make or sell me a boat?
Oh no, lassie, I'm sorry. The fishermen seem to they get their own ships, and repair them here. The closest thing we have to a boatmaster is the bloke who runs the East Haven ferry, but that ain't been running for some time. You probably find him if you want to over at the Wet Trout. That's where he spends most of his time.
Thank you for your information.
Yeah. Just look for the tiefling over there. The name is Scython.
DM, want to spell that for me?
Yes. It goes by SCYTHON. I don't like how it sounds.
Question: is he a Pokemon?
Maybe.
Scython!
Scython!
I don't know.
He has a green tiefling.
I feel like it's like Scython.
Yeah, he has sickles for hands.
Yeah. It's just Scyther, but like it's like a lowland Scyther essentially.
Yeah. This is Scythe on, this is Scythe off.
Boo.
The party gets gas and dies.
Ha!
So she'd finish up and then head back, like, slowly, enjoying now her new warm leather.
Yeah, nice. I would say if you want to, oh my god, this cat. If you would like to bring the cauldron in, you're more than welcome to join these folks for the seance. Otherwise, you would probably be just hanging out outside with the seance time passes.
If you're hanging out with ghosts, sounds pretty nice.
You want to talk to dead people?
I really do. I want to say that Cora would stay with the cauldron.
If they steal the cauldron, we can go find it and beat them up.
Well, as you arrive back, Cora, at the White Lady Inn, the captain, Arlagath, she's leaving the inn. She looks to you as you arrive. She goes, I see you took a quick joyride with your goat cart. Oh, it looks like you got some new armor too. Seems that you took my advice already. Your companions are gonna be doing some silly shit with Ronaldo, the bard, in there. Talking about some sort of seance, talking to the White Lady, ghost, whatever it is, it's poppycock, and I don't want anything to do with it, but they seem interested.
There's that immediate look of, what the fuck happened while I was gone?
I was gone 10 minutes!
This group is
literally.
This group is all gas, no break. Sorry.
You hear the door open again as the drunken giant badger stumbles their way out into the frozen streets of East Haven.
Yep.
And just does the drunken raccoon roll down the stairs.
Yes, I love that one. Also, you just hear from inside, you hear Thad yell out, "See your grandma."
Hirokin, you see the badgers like leaving the bar. Would you do anything?
Yeah, I think Hiroki will be like, "Oh, come on, buddy, let's go," and then try to find if there's like a bottle. Someone's like a baby bottle in this bar for some reason.
When you call to it, Hirokin, it obeys your orders.
Oh,
Turns
it's like
around, stumbles back into the bar, sits down at your side.
All right. I would try then take like order like one for the road, and like try to kind of put like a little like cap on like a vial I have in my backpack to try to give this thing like a little to-go beer bottle.
Okay.
Just gotta scoop them up and go over to the seance with them. Yeah.
Okay. Colro, you see the door, like, there's just like a drunken badger leaning on the door, and then you hear Hyrokin from inside the warm inn call out, like, to the badger. The badger stumbles, turns around, and walks back in.
I just
Oh, hi, Grandma.
stand there. She'll park the cart. She'll take some rope out, find a rock, and she'll tie it to like one of the handles of the cauldron. So if it gets moved, it goes boom.
Okay. Yeah.
And then and then she'd head inside and just be like, "Who did you kill, and why are you talking to ghosts?"
Ronaldo turns around and says, "No, they didn't kill anybody. Don't worry. We're just going to be doing a quick seance. I try this every once in a while. Maybe this time it'll be successful. Who knows? And we'll talk to the White Lady of Lac Denishare."
Ooh.
You're not selling it.
She looks over him and looks to the group as who the hell is this guy?
Don't you want to talk to a dead person?
Yes.
I mean,
It's at least got you curious.
she sighs and takes up a seat.
Okay. Ronaldo motions to you and says, we'll go upstairs. A little bit more quiet of an area away from the folks down here. I already have kind of signals another few people, half a dozen people get up. Come, follow. We'll get this thing started right away. This is just the right amount of people. I think it'll work this time.
How many times have you tried this?
4 or 5 more times. Hasn't really ever.
Not as many as I would have thought.
But I feel good. I feel good about this.
Feeling good is half the battle.
As they're traveling up, she kind of addresses the group. I kind of want to try to find someone at a place called the Wet Trout. You guys mind if we head by there later?
Oh yes, we're going there later.
What a coincidence!
I feel
The
like
soggy,
I missed
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the Soggy Sturgeon is the place everyone goes.
Was her idea.
Soggy sturgeon.
Or possibly the moist mackerel.
Oh no!
All
right.
Moist.
Free salmon. Yep.
You're just discussing alternative names to the Wet Trout as you follow Ronaldo and the other townsfolk up the stairs to the rooms of the White Lady Inn. Ronaldo motions inside, where you can see that there is already that there is a circle drawn on the floor of this room. The beds have been moved off to the side, and the chairs as well. He motions everybody to sit in a circle. He says, "We'll begin in a moment. I just need to, yes, get the mood, get all the vibes right in the room, you know." And he starts lighting incense, and the room starts getting clouded with smoke. There's multicolored lamps and silks hung from the rafters. The lights from several candles illuminates the circle of these uncomfortable-looking guests, all sitting cross-legged on the floor here. Ronaldo closes the door, pushes back the sleeves of his robe, and raises his hands and closes his eyes and intones, "Lady who watches from the lake, come to us in our darkest hour. Tell us what you've seen." There's a moment of silence, an awkward cough or two from the people in the circle.
The frilled salmon. That's what it should be called.
It didn't even rhyme.
Oh.
As you say it didn't even rhyme, suddenly, Demoman, behind you, you hear that telltale sound of just like the... You look behind you at the window that looks outside over the lake. Thick frost. It's winding its way up it like a thick spider webs. Just like that. Turning them opaque. And as you turn back to the room, you watch as the candles go out.
I swear, every time you want ice noises, I happen to be opening up a fucking...
a bottle?
No, a
Werther's Original.
Original.
I got it! The candles go out one by one in the room.
Hey, Grandma.
Ronaldo's eyes go wide. He senses that something is in the room. Says, "The white lady is here. I can sense her. Reach out. Reach out to her."
I physically reach my hand out.
Okay, so Thad's first. But yeah, Thad, what do? You physically reach out?
I just like point in the direction of the window. It just seems to be a cold piece of glass. I don't really understand. I just like hold my hand out like just anything happen? I just hold it out there.
Nothing happens. Crix, what would you be doing?
I would just like look around a little bit, and then I would just whisper under my breath, "The damp darter."
Oh my goodness. Okay, Cora, what would you do?
She's kind of like relaxed, leaning back, and just kind of a showman, isn't he?
A bit, but I sense he's being honest with us.
Yeah, his
Also,
eyes
I was
wide.
trying to think of a pun for the bar, and I couldn't.
I'm still thinking.
His eyes. Ronaldo's eyes are wide. He looks over to Hirokin, urging you to reach out to the white lady.
Hirokin will put down his notepad as he's trying to draw like the arrangements and everything here and be like, "Dear white lady, meow.
I desire pets.
You may
But
scratch
only
my belly one time."
Do not
Please
touch.
signal
Oh, the
your
trench darter.
please signal your presence by scratching my belly.
Val, what would you be doing?
She's cracking the window, and I'm gonna reach out and cast mending.
Nice.
Keeping it out.
All right,
God.
so you cast
God.
mending on one part of the window, and the frost that has covered it kind of dissipates for a moment, but then immediately goes back.
She's gonna keep breaking it. We should just let her in. I'll try to fix it after.
All right.
Tell her there's a door downstairs.
Yeah, use the door. Is this normal for you to summon them like up on the like? Can't you just summon them inside?
All right. Kalis, what are you doing?
I'm just looking around all casually, and I'm just trying to soak it all in and trying to come up with some terrible names for the wet trap.
All right. And I'm sorry,
The
Cora.
human herring.
Cora, did I ask what you were doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need
I came up
everybody.
with.
I need
starter.
everybody to roll a persuasion check for me, please.
All this?
Yes.
I'm good at
Oh.
Persuasion.
Oh,
Guys, I am very good at this.
Me too.
dude!
Oh, above 10? That's unlikely.
I got a
Wow, I,
7,
uh,
bruh.
Okay, can we just talk about this real quick?
Three of us with -2.
Wow.
We're not a charismatic bunch. I think we already knew that, but now we really know that.
This is
This,
really
this group has no face.
I'm glad that the cat is managing to persuade the old lady to come and be nice to him.
All right.
I'd like to acknowledge the crazy Eladrin has the highest charisma.
Your force of
Charisma.
My force of personality is very off-putting. There's a key difference.
I'm a lizard who eats people and burns down villages.
And yet still somehow more charismatic than me, so we'll just,
I'm a weeb with
I'm a
complete lack of
sailor.
emotion.
You could have just stopped at weeb.
Yeah. But also lack of emotion.
So as you all, Ronaldo looks to you all, and you all call to the white lady in your individual ways. He watches Ronaldo, looks around eagerly, and he says, "I believe she is here. I think you can ask it question." and he watches his eyes roll back in his head. Suddenly, his breath starts pouring out of his mouth in like icy fog. You hear a voice that is not his.
Why do you summon me?
New phone.
That would have been a good question for him.
For the memes.
You, is it possession? What is it? You're in the guy who wanted to do it.
Phrasing.
I believe that's called pegging.
Can you just come to my body and then you can ask him that? Can you hear?
Val.
And I'm just gonna what? We don't know why he wanted
No.
to discuss. You own this place, like it was named after you. So we just wanted to talk to you, but now you're in him. So he's not gonna be able to talk to you.
What's your favorite drink?
How many questions do we get?
That one first.
You watch as the head of Ronaldo's head cocks to the side, looking at you, Demavand, as you ask that question. His eyes pure white, the cold breath pouring from his open, agape mouth. And he just suddenly his hand snaps to the side and shatters a pane of one of the windows.
Well, that seems kind of
Do not ask me trivial and stupid questions.
Oh shit, that's all I got.
Yeah, this is the wrong party.
Yeah, I'm saying, can you like transfer bodies?
Wait, okay, hold on.
This is the vessel that I chose.
The other 6 people in here, like...
Oh, they fucked off. They've left.
Okay.
Okay, if you are...
Cora, you were gonna... Well, Cora, you had a question. What would it be?
After they fuck off, and Cora's definitely still acting like this is all like bullshit, and she goes, "You know that wizard that burned last night?"
I have watched him from the lake. Takes advantage of the people of 10 towns. Hides a dirty secret. Still alive. Partially.
Well, that was unexpected.
Wait, that was... Hold up. Now Thad is sitting straight up and paying attention.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, if I look at her and I try to get like a vibe check, what do I like pick up off of her or him?
Well, it's hard because I would say the first thing that you would get is just like panic and fear, because in Ronaldo's head right now, he is being possessed and he has been bottled away, shoved to the back of his own consciousness as this alien entity of this ghost of the White Lady has taken over.
Yeah, I guess you'd probably see Devavan shift from like, to like, oh fuck, like pretty quickly.
That's pretty much just gone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
In Cora's head, she goes,
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was saying, I look back to the group, just kind of whisper, we might be able to get some actual answers here. This is unexpected.
Do we have any actual questions?
Is she cold? I want to know what the aura is.
Yes.
We could ask this.
Oh, what the fuck is causing winter? I forgot. That's why we're here.
Yeah, that's kind of probably why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why is winter?
Why are we?
Why are winter?
Oral. She sends her spell over 10 towns and Icewind Dale every night. She flies on the back of a great rock and uses her magic to keep the sun from ever truly rising and to keep winter eternal here. Everything frozen and pristine.
Is that the Aurora Borealis that I see at night?
That is the tale of her spell. You have seen it.
But why is she doing this thing?
I do not know.
Cora would ask in her head, Is this mistake? Yes or no?
No, darling, this is quite fun. Keep talking. Come on, keep asking more questions. While this little
Immediately,
halfling
I'll
dolt-
say, guys, this might be a mistake.
I don't believe
What-
you. What relation do you have to the rock flying lady?
None. Why ask more dumb questions? And
You see
No,
as
you
the
are the
body,
source of-
the body of Ronaldo herks and jerks, leans back and he smashes his forehead through one of the panes of the windows. Blood starts to trickle down his forehead.
That's gonna leave him.
do not waste my time.
Well, what kind of questions do you want us to ask?
How can we end this winter?
Kill Oral.
Oh, that's
What is
pretty
your
direct.
relationship to
Where is Oral?
No one knows. And those who do, dead.
Alright,
You're
we gotta
dead.
talk-
Do you know?
We gotta talk to the dead.
Well, I just asked.
Aren't we?
Question.
Right now,
Somebody
aren't
already asked that. And then he smashed his head through a window for asking that.
Okay, never mind.
What? No. Let me think. How do I want to word this?
When you hit your head on the window, did it hurt you?
Oh,
or just
God,
the
you're
body
going-
you're
You're gonna
embodying?
give him
He smashes. Ronaldo smashes his head again through another pane of glass. Now there's glass sticking out from his forehead. I don't feel anything. This is not
Then
my
that's
body.
just rude. Can we tie him up so that he's?
please. I think you should probably stop.
Don't toy with me, silly elf.
I'm not a silly.
Cora will cover Valhana's mouth.
I give
My
Cora a thumbs up, and then how do we go about finding Aurel? Aurel? Aurel?
Oral.
Oral?
Oral.
Oral. Got it.
That.
You usually have to ask someone politely.
I'm
I
gonna
am not sure. I mostly keep to the lake and to East Haven.
Do you have any indication of? Excuse me, weird thing with my throat there. I got weird. Any indication of where they may have last been before deciding to become mad with everything here?
No idea.
Do they have a worshiper?
Yes. One of them resides here in the town.
I look up to the rest. Well, if I know anything, starting with the cultists is a good thing.
Do the town sacrifices of warmth or ale or whatever the fuck they're sacrificing do anything?
This town sacrifices people.
Does it do anything?
It is all folly and fun to watch.
Was the wizard one of these sacrifices?
The wizard was punished for a crime.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, fine.
Why?
Stuck here?
Are you asking if the ghost is stuck here?
Yeah.
There's a pause. The ghost doesn't use Ronaldo's body to get, smash a window or anything like that.
Yes, I am. The lake is my home.
How
Is there
can
anything we can do to help you? How can we make your day?
Or do you want to?
There's, there's actually like a pause, like almost feeling of, you can feel the contemplation as you ask that question. Do you want to leave? Do you want to be, what can they do for you?
I do not know, but you seem like you could help. Help the town. Help them first. Something evil is in this town.
We we have a big pot? We can make them food.
We have a lot of.
I don't think that's what. I don't think hunger is what she's talking about, Val.
No. Do you know who this evil entity is?
Gray-skinned dwarves. I see them stalking the streets of East Haven.
When she says that. Sorry.
No, go ahead. She'll continue after you interrupt.
The voice makes it so much better.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, please go on. What was that?
No, yeah, you go first. Sorry.
When she says that, Coral guys will be. I may have saw dwarf-sized footprints leading into the town. Didn't think it was important till now.
These gray-skinned dwarves, they're here in East Haven. Care de Naval and Care Koenig. Hiding invisible. Their intentions are not good. Those here in East Haven hide aboard the town ferry. And they hide in the ruins of Dinev's Rest.
Is the ferry the boat that is stuck in the ice?
The ruins of what?
Dinev's Rest.
Is that where the wizard killed the people?
It is not.
Okay.
It would make sense that that's something close to Care de Naval.
Oh, the castle had the visitors or whoever was like doing weird shit over there.
Maybe, yeah.
We don't know the specifics, but we were told that they were just being kind of weird.
Yeah. We assume vampires.
We hadn't seen the speaker, right? Is that the town the speaker was missing?
No, this is not the Care de Naval is the town where the speaker is missing, I believe.
Okay.
You watch as the body twitches and you hear.
I do not have much time before this halfling shuts me out of this body. I warn you, one last thing. The castle in Care de Naval, it has become a base for a devil-worshipping cult.
Oh my.
With that, the head of Ronaldo twists and twitches as a gout of frosty breath erupts from his mouth. Another window shatters as something flies through it and breaks, and Ronaldo collapses onto the floor in the middle of the circle.
As that happens, Cora goes, "We should probably do this outside next time."
Is he conscious?
He is unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Watery wahoo.
I'm gonna walk around and make
Please. We just spoke to the other side. Now is not the time for buns.
Yeah, who's ready to go to the wet trout?
I mean, okay, I am, but still, we should probably make sure this guy is all right before we go.
No,
Yeah, I'm gonna
this is
like
his job. He's paid to do this.
I'm gonna work to remove glass from his forehead and and hit him with a cure wounds as well.
And hand it back to me so I can finish mending the windows.
Yes.
Give me the glass. So wait. If you mend the windows like that, does that mean the blood is just baked into the window?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's stained
Yeah.
glass.
Nice.
Literally.
Blood-stained glass.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Ronaldo's eyes blink, and he looks up. Oh, she possessed me. Oh, the white lady possessed me. Oh my goodness.
What are you talking about? You just passed out on us, and
Yeah, when does the seance begin?
I could feel her. She pushed me to the side. I was watching from within. It was wonderful. I can't believe you were successful. He walks around the circle, shakes all of your hands. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you. Is this my blood?
Yes,
When he stops,
It's a souvenir.
Yeah, it's the tavern
Cora
blood
flicks him on the
now.
head. Cora flicks him on the head and says, "Next time, don't force her out."
It was ow. Oh. That's what that pain was. Oh, it just felt like a hollow, numbing sensation, but oh my goodness. Well, did you get any useful information? What did she tell you? Did she tell you where her husband's treasure was?
No.
No, but she did tell us we must go see the wet trout.
She also told us that we ask a lot of stupid questions.
Yeah, that was kind of unkind of her.
She didn't
I
reveal
think
where the
that was a little subjective.
treasure
Yeah,
was.
that one felt mean.
Oh, no, we didn't ask anything about the treasure.
Ah. Well, I shall try again next week.
Maybe you should write these questions down next time.
Yeah, I definitely thought you
And
would ask her
maybe,
questions. That did not work.
yeah, maybe you should also get some next time if we're not
Braver.
around. Get some braver patrons. Yes, they all kind of skedaddled as soon as she showed up.
Also,
well,
put some pillows in front of your windows.
Also, don't do this inside.
These are all learning things. Yep.
Also, maybe you should pay.
Pay
As
what?
we're standing here, giving advice, like, also you should do this, also you do this, Cora stops and goes, "Did we just make a necromancer?"
I do not understand.
No, I don't believe so.
Can we keep him as a necromancer?
I don't think he's a necromancer. I think he was just excited to partake in a seance.
I do not think he raises the dead. I just think he talks to them.
I mean, I'm sure that's part of a necromancer's duty as well.
He doesn't raise them, he's just the Ouija board.
Yeah, he was kind of functional.
Thank you, talking
It took
Ouija
him
board.
like 15 people
Wow.
to have him, so.
He doesn't raise the dead. He still needs to, get his shit life together first.
Damn.
Oh, that's a bit hard.
that's a little bit harsh. But thank you for. Thank
I
you
mean,
for.
are you really ready to raise a family?
Let alone the dead.
Well, what did you learn? I mean, you said that you got to go to the wet trout, but what else did she tell you?
I want Cora would glance at everyone, kind of maybe we shouldn't go around spouting this information.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's just unanimous nods, probably.
If she didn't tell you,
We learned that we really need to get to the wet trout.
Yes,
there's a fucking party happening.
Apparently they have.
She
they
told
have
us
this-
that if we did not leave right this minute, we were going to miss the appetizers.
And there's apparently a drink called the Body of Barracuda I must partake in.
All right then, keep your secrets, and then.
How long were you waiting for that?
He eyes you curiously, and he says, "Well, I can't say I'm not going to try this again. Quite, puts a spring in your step. Maybe I'll write a song about it. Something about bashing my head through a window. I don't know, but thank you nonetheless."
and thus death metal was born.
So just a really quick recap. So I'm taking notes here. The main things we got was that the Frostmaiden or whatever travels the sky at night, every night to recast some sort of spell. There's a servant to her in East Haven related to the Grey Dwarves, which we assume are those other things, and that there's Cauldrons as a seat of a devil cult.
And also that the frosty, or not the frosty. What the fuck am I talking about? The dwarvy boys have a base at Dinev's Rest.
And at the East Haven Ferry.
Yes, that's their in-town base, and then their out-of-town base is Dinev's Rest.
Okay, Dinev's Rest. And okay, I'll try it down.
All right, so before we end this for the night, you guys do make your way over to the wet trout, and
yes,
as you arrive, you can see that the lights are on and the music is playing. Festivities are being. No more Ice Crown music. Now more fun music. All right.
Going inside, Coral cup Bahana's face and go, "If anyone offers you a drink,
you say
give it to Thad."
Yes.
I thought I just say yes to all free drinks.
Also, yes.
No, sweetheart, no.
Why?
You have Dad drink it first, and then you wait.
Oh, also,
I can purify it.
if any of you find a doctor in this bar, please let me know.
Why don't
We
you
call
try
that
passing out,
Dr.
and then we'll
Alcohol.
find a doctor real quick.
What are you guys
I mean,
doing
I'm-
with your What are you guys
I'll
doing
do
with
that
your
too.
cauldron?
I think it's back on the goat cart.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah,
with
did
the
we,
cauldron?
was there anyone watching it? They stay there, or they're gonna leave after a while?
I assumed we'd take the cart with us to.
Yeah, we don't have to walk
That was
back.
the assumption.
Yeah.
Don't cart and drive.
You guys
Well,
fucking
we're gonna have-
rolling down the street with your fucking 14 goat drawn carriage.
Sunglasses up, even though it's dark out. Just roll. Yep.
How do we roll?
All right, well, you're more than welcome to have it there, and Colra can rig up the same kind of alarm system that will alert you pretty well. And I mean, can cover the cart too. As you guys enter the Wet Trout, it is loud and bowdy. Songs are already being sung, shanties and bar music. There is people all kind of just loudly talking with each other at tables. Great chimney center is squarely in the center of the building, has hearths on either side, warming the tavern's 2 common rooms. And as you come in there, you see a dragonborn, white dragonborn, raise a mug behind the bar and call out, "A toast to the Frostmaiden! May her frosty tits fly across the sky every night." It will test our mettle and make us stronger. To Oril! She raises the mug, and a few people in the bar raise their mugs and like emphatically raise their mugs. The rest of the folks who are like either in intense conversations or something like that, just kind of like, fuck it, raise their mug.
Well, everyone, I think that's who we should start with.
Yeah. I think if you were looking at Demovan, like the moment you walked into this room, you'd see like his pupils dilate, and he probably seems like more drunk now than he did at the other bar.
Oh yeah, good point.
Just, like, walking
because
into the
I
room.
would say with your excitement, Thad is definitely going to be keeping an eye on you. He's assuming something's up, but don't know what.
All right. Hyrokin, you feel something bump into you. It stumbles past. You look and you can see what is a heavily bundled up individual with like a very long, heavy winter coat on. Stumble into you. Lets out a squeak. And then drunkenly walks its way back away from you and then makes its way to the bar. The drunken giant badger on your shoulder growls menacingly at it. Give me a perception check, Hyrokin.
Cat and the badger. Oh yeah.
At advantage because the badger's
Oh my
helping.
gosh. So, Hyrokin, you scratch your head and you watch this thing walk away from you. And it literally is like walking like it's like leaning to one side and like catching itself, winding its way through the crowd. You watch as you see something thump out from beneath the long coat. Scaly little tail. And then you see a little scaly snout stick its head out from beneath the coat, and then a hand grab the tail and pull it back inside.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Oh no!
We're gonna make a mental note of like possible kobolds. They can like go after it, kind of like chase after it. Well, like go and pick it up.
You pick it up?
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of scruff the next sort of thing.
you!
So you pick it up, and the top of this thing is pulled off, as suddenly 2 kobolds who are on top of each other are revealed from beneath this heavy trench coat. They all
I
look
would
up
like
at
to
you.
pick
One of
up
them looks
one
very strange. It looks like it has some sort of disease or something like that. It squawks out in terror and runs off to a table in the corner, with the other one still on its back. In your hand, you have a third kobold with a long trench coat falling off of its back, and it just looks to you and squeaks out, "Please don't hurt me! I just wanted some ale!"
Oh, this is very strange.
Why are you doing it? Why don't you just... Why are you doing it this way? Why can't you do it another way?
It's more fun this way.
All right,
Put me down, please.
Agreed.
Okay, I'll put you down. But we might need a favor of you later. There'll be a lot of ale if you do that favor. Are you in?
Looks to you, and then he glances over at the table where you see an older woman sitting at the table. Eye patch over one of her eyes. The two other kobolds have scrambled up next to her and are kind of like hiding behind her.
Oh god, it's Rogue.
Oh,
Looks back to the kobold. Looks back to you and goes, "Ah!" And then you hear from the table, "What are you doing with my kobolds, my Leonin friend? Please, I was just trying to get some ale."
I apologize. And who are you that's so well traveled to know my species?
Ah, well, my name is Velen.
Velen?
Valen?
Oh no.
Why am
When worlds collide.
You look different than when we last saw you.
I mean, to be
Velen-
fair,
Velen,
it's
the name
Valen.
is Velen Harpel. Come! Why don't your party come and have a drink with me? I will pay for them.
Insight check.
I'm in.
If that's an offer I'll take up.
Alright, Dimaband immediately takes up the offer.
Yeah, Pad's in. This is too much.
Seems
So-
sincere, Crix.
Alright.
I sit.
Okay. And as you sit at the
'Cause I
table,
fit.
the three little kobolds sitting next to her, to you see, is Velen Harpel.
Ooh.
And
Gotcha. So one carries her staff, one carries her sword, one carries a lantern.
Well, and
And the other one carries their owls.
That's adorable.
I love it.
something that was interesting too is that when that little kobold, like when the kobolds like came out of the trench coat, nobody batted an eye at them.
they are used to this at this point. They've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually interesting. It's like the people of 10 Towns are accustomed to the presence of outlanders and allow the kobolds to dwell among them. Part. When the kobolds don't feel safe, they acquire heavy winter clothing and disguise themselves as humans by standing on each other's shoulders.
I'm so happy
love
that
it.
was a thing. Like,
There you go.
Alright.
it's so good.
I see the kobold.
Not suspicious
Uh,
at all.
Being cautious, Conrad takes Mahana's hand to lead her through the bar, and then when he gets to the table, she makes sure she's sitting between, like, Demavan and one of the other people, and just says, "I've got to go look for somebody. Don't wander off, please."
Okay. So as Kolra goes and looks for her, the person that she wants to find, you guys sit at the table with Velen Harpel, who calls over some ale to be delivered, and that is where we'll pick up next time, as he begins her conversation with.
As Valhalla immediately wanders off.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And her kobold minions. What was the other one I wanted to show you? Oh, this! This was fucking cool. Where'd it go? What you guys witnessed.
Oh, okay. So these guys are all invisible. Invisible dwarves.
Invisible
Okay.
dwarves on the window pane.
Yeah.
And there's a frost in his eyes going full white. Neat.
It's pretty cool.
That's basically what my mental image was. This is really neat.
Mhm.
Like, that was matched up right away.
Alright. So, we'll pick up on this next time as you guys converse with the new friend, possibly, Ellen Harpel.
Yeah.
And have an evening at the Wet Trout.
Yes. The name is fantastic.
The last thing, just kind of like the after credits, like next time scene that you guys get though, is a shadowy figure watching from the shadows, observing your goat cart, just eyeing, just watching the goat cart, and then you can see like camera behind them. They just are watching you guys from outside of the wet trout as you guys sit at the table.
I don't even think about it. I rigged the shit out of that thing.
You did. You have not heard anything. But it's definitely...
Yeah, he's like watching it, and then he just hears a whoop whoop.
I mean, you as a party would.
Yeah.
Cole already knows it's gonna attract some interest.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Probably the longer we have it visible, the more it's going
Sure.
to.
All right, so we'll pick up on that next time. Thank you guys for a solid roleplay night.
Yeah.
And, getting back here and kind of uncovering some more fun stuff that it seems that you can participate in here in East Haven. One of
It
the
seems
more
like East
hustling,
Haven?
bustling towns here in towns.
Yeah. It seems like we got some fun stuff to do here.
Yep.
Yep.
Dang on, talk about know what I'm saying.
French Canadian version, please.
This is when two of the kobolds in trench coats are trying to get us drink at the same time at the bar. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, gals, thank you for a great evening. Take it
Oh
easy.
yeah.
We'll be back for some mushroomy campaign on Thursday.
Hell yeah.
Dang.
Night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Demavant, Boogie.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. I am your DM for Rime of the Frostmaiden. I'm Scuznugget. Tonight we had... let's go back to the other... Tonight we had... Kalis, played by No Fun Allowed, aka CW3. Iroken, played by Porkins. Kitty Boy. Touch my tummy. Crix, played by Gastroy. Demovan, played by Waboogie. Polra, played by Neon Pulse. Thad Crunk Knuckle, played by Chuckle Smash. And Valhana, played by my wife, whose hand is now on the screen. Thank you guys and gals for hanging out tonight. If you did enjoy the stream, drop a follow. We stream D&D every Tuesday, Rime the Frostmaiden, and I'll be hosting Destroy's stream on Thursday, where I will be playing in whatever the two campaigns are that are there. We have a modified kind of homebrewy now campaign for Destroy, and then Neon is running another homebrew type of campaign that follows the lives of a bunch of sinners, which is us. It's quite fun. Otherwise, if you do enjoy me and my content, you can follow me on Instagram and my social medias at Scuznugget, all the stuff there. And then this VOD will be up on YouTube. Just look up Scuznugget on YouTube. You can find the playlist there for our Rime and the Frostmaiden videos if you ever want to catch up on what's happened in the past, etc. Other than that, possibly streaming tomorrow, either doing some more Cyberpunk as we continue our second playthrough, or some other shenanigans. Little Nightmares 2 comes out tomorrow, which is actually a game that I really, really enjoyed the first one, so might get that. We'll see. Much love. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening.